Been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news to stats to placing bets in a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Wow, Cappy, you ready? 3:17, we are live. Let's go. Do it. Are you ready?
I am ready.
I want it extra loud.
Come on, DeMarco.
Sedano and Kap are live from the Rams draft headquarters. As we get ready for the Rams to pick at 26 tonight and the first round to begin, we are live. Sedano's here. Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Far.
In the house.
Producer Lindsay Baseball. And, of course, decked out in his Rams LAFD gear, the one and only Scotty Kaplan, who Sean McVay and Les Snead will be talking to you tonight before they pick at 26.
Sean McVay, too?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That is going to be great. This is awesome. I mean, really, really awesome. Now, look, George, the Rams always do everything right.
They do.
You know,
No question.
they are one of the truly great franchises in the NFL.
I agree.
2 years ago, when we were at that mansion in Beverly Hills, we thought that was pretty cool.
Was that when you went in the bathtub?
That is correct.
Yeah.
That's right. Last year,
You went in the bathtub naked.
well, how
else do you get in the bathtub?
Right.
I would agree, DeMarco.
Right. Yeah, it's
exactly.
a bathtub, right.
I mean, it wasn't comfortable. I mean, the entire coaching staff and scouting department and, you know, everybody was in the war room, and I went into the bathroom next to the war room and jumped into the bath, and everybody's like, what the hell's he doing in there? And that's why, you know, Kevin Demoff is like, hey, man, you better behave.
Kevin Demoff will
Right.
join us at 3:45.
And by the way, then last year we were in Hermosa Beach,
Right.
which was awesome at the pier.
Yeah.
And then it was so windy that an umbrella came and almost literally
Whacked me in the head.
Right.
It did.
And
Like,
who were we
right
talking
in the
to?
soul.
Do you remember who we had on the air?
hazard pay. We didn't get any
It
hazard
was the
pay.
defensive
make enough.
It
lineman.
was the defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Defensive lineman. Oh,
Maybe
his
it
name
was
escapes
Kobe,
me.
It was Kobe
It
Turner?
was not Kobe Turner.
No,
it was not Kobe Turner. Name escapes. It'll come to me.
Yeah, he was Mr. Irrelevant. I remember that.
Yes,
He was
right
the
in the head.
last pick.
Oh, my God. It was right there on the
Yeah.
tip of my tongue. CTE. See, there it is right there.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Marco's got
It'll come to
CTE
me. It'll
bad.
come to me. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
you didn't used to joke about CT until I started
Well,
joking about it.
let's just make it a thing.
I
now.
pulled it
Go
right
ahead.
out of you.
Go ahead. But this, I think, was awesome. Taking the tour, talking to everybody, Rams and the fire department about what it took to get this here.
The air operation.
Dejuan Johnson.
You would not. Thank you, Desjuan Johnson.
Desjuan Johnson.
You would not believe how long this took to get this here.
Really? Why?
To be in because we're in a fire department. This
Yeah.
is an active fire department right
Yeah.
now.
We're in a hangar at
In a
Van Nuys
hangar.
Airport.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Where the air operations are based for LAFD.
Yeah.
And the amount of things to get something done like this for the city of Los Angeles, can you imagine?
So many city
Just
lawyers.
the paperwork, DeMarco.
Yes. If something jumps off, the alarm goes off. They're going to get in those helicopters and leave
We
right
can
here,
suit
right
up,
now.
Cappy.
All right,
Yes.
I'd love to do it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I wonder about these helicopters right here. You know how when there's a fire going on and like aircraft comes and drops that fire retardant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if these copters right here.
Are equipped
Okay,
with that?
that one right there. I
Yeah.
got in. I got a picture. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one right there
Middle
carries 500 gallons of water.
Okay.
Right there.
All
So
right.
it takes off. I met the pilot. He's actually around here. He showed me
You
pictures.
introduced him to me earlier.
There's
Yeah.
the other one. So
Oh.
there's two. Number one, I introduced you to. This is number two.
Oh.
This guy goes up. He showed me the Palisades fire and what he did. So you have to dump all this water, come back, fill up, dump, come back,
And wait,
fill up, dump.
and when you fill up, is this when you see these guys hovering above like a body of water?
Yes.
So there is that, but they fill up right out here. There's a hose right here.
Big hose.
See
out
where
there.
number 3 is right there?
Yeah, I see it.
So they come in, they land, they fill up, they take off. Another one comes in, they land, they fill up, they take
Right.
off. 500 gallons.
How long does it take?
1 minute.
1 minute to fill 500
That's
gallons.
wild.
1 minute.
And then
Regular water or salt water?
Regular water.
Oh,
He
okay.
brought that up. They said there's enough salt water to put out fires. The problem is it corrodes the equipment.
Did he say how long it takes to fly from here to where they needed to go to drop that water?
No, he didn't say that, but they did tell me about when they had to. It was so windy when the fire was raging that they had to call everything off. It was just too dangerous, and the drops were missing.
Wow.
So they're ineffective. They're missing, and it's too windy. Come on back, and then they went back out at 5 a.m. So this whole thing, it was all great. You'll meet the guys when they come around. They're more than willing to talk about all their stuff. It's great.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah. Really cool. So this is awesome. I've never been here before. I've never been in a hangar like this where, it's a fire department kind of a hangar. So to see all these trucks and helos, that's military talk, George.
Was that military
helos,
talk?
that's right.
Okay.
And,
Not to be confused with the other term you use a lot, kilos.
No, that's a whole different deal. That's
Yeah.
a different
It's
story.
another business you were in.
Right.
Kilos. He
But
did.
just this whole thing is so cool. And the fact that the Rams are doing this in celebration of public service,
Yes.
of first responders, of firefighters, of really, heroic people and acts, rather than having like a big public-facing beach thing. Because last year was really super
Yeah, it was
cool.
awesome.
But this is amazing.
This is more awesome.
Yeah.
I think. No offense to the fans, because it was great having them there
yeah.
on the beach. We had that whole big field there on the beach, which was cool. But I think all things considered and what's transpired and the tragedy that happened here in the city, I think this is incredibly impressive and certainly appropriate.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So today's draft day, Georgie. And I'm curious that since we have DeMarco here, DeMarco.
What was your draft day like?
Well,
Terrible. I
know
was
you're-
hammered.
Right. I know
But that sounds great to
Each
me.
and every draft pick that went by, I kept drinking.
Yeah, let me hear. So it's 19.
Did you know you were going to be undrafted, or did you think
No,
you were going
man,
to get
they
in?
told me second round.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
second round.
What did they tell you the problem was you were falling?
Too small, too short, too this, undersized is
Wow.
what they said. So the NFL runs in cycles. I think what was popular when I was coming out was the Gravedigger in Green Bay. I can't remember his name. GT again, the Gravedigger.
What was his name?
Oh, Steve Ettman?
No,
that's Indianapolis.
He went
like
before-
big round
Big
guy.
dude.
Big round guy.
Yeah, huge.
Black
He
dude.
helped them win a Super Bowl.
Right.
So
And when he would make a sack, he would take the
Gravedigger.
right. He would take the shovel and he'd that was his gesture. He'd take the shovel and then throw the dirt over
Right.
his shoulder.
So the
I
league
can't
got
think of his
bigger.
name either.
The
I
league
thought
got
the
bigger at that
Gravedigger
spot.
was a monster
Gilbert Brown.
truck.
Gilbert
Gilbert
Brown.
Brown.
Thank you very much.
The Gravedigger is a monster truck,
Okay,
Lindsay.
that's what
baseball.
I was
He's
You're right.
thinking
also a
of.
monster
You're right.
truck.
Yes.
Right.
So
It
the
is.
league had gone big at defensive line, so they thought I was undersized.
Yeah.
And then right when I went undrafted, made the league, the next year Warren Sapp was the guy.
Right.
So they went
He went
smaller.
early.
Yeah. It just
So, well,
like
he
goes in
dropped a
cycles.
little too, but not like
Because
very
of that,
far.
right.
So tell me this. So there were 2 rounds. There were 2 days back then.
Yep.
And as I recall, 7 rounds. The draft had gone
Yeah.
to 7
Saturday,
rounds.
Sunday,
Right.
yeah.
So you think you're getting drafted in the second round? You think?
Yes.
But second round comes, third round comes. Where are you when this is all going
I'm
down?
in Seattle at my cousin's condo. He played for the Mariners, so he left me his condo.
Right.
So I was alone.
Oh, okay.
Alone.
Well, alone. I thought you knew my agents.
I do.
Yeah,
I did.
Those guys. So
Yeah.
they called me and said, hey, look, they want to take you, the Rams. The Rams want to take you in either the second or the third round. And then they wound up taking a guy that was in the same group as me. He was just bigger, stronger, and faster. So he went in the second round. I went as an
Who was that guy?
Brad Otis from Wayne State, Nebraska.
Okay.
I mean, an absolute just workout fiend. He
Yeah.
was 6'5", ran a
But
4.4.
I don't remember him, so he must have not played for him.
Well, that's
he
just
didn't
it.
last. Once we got on the field,
Yeah.
once the draft stuff is over. And
He's like a Mike Mamula, like one of those
Correct.
kind of guys.
Ran him down, and
But-
I made the first start.
But
yeah.
they wanted big guys back then to play defensive line, as I recall, because you went undrafted, but this was 1993, 94.
Yeah.
So they had drafted in 1991 the Rams Sean Gilbert,
Correct.
and Sean Gilbert was like 6'6", 330. I mean, he was a monster.
My mentor.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm an
my
absolute beast.
Mentor. Yes. Big monster of a guy. Yes.
Did Don James call you at that point when the head coach of Washington while all this was happening?
He
Did
had
you hear from him?
resigned.
Oh, he had already
He
resigned.
resigned my senior year.
Oh.
So yeah, because we went on probation.
Who was your coach then?
It was
Last
Jim
year?
Lembright.
Oh yeah.
Jim Lembright, our defensive coordinator, assumed the head coaching
I
role.
forgot
Once he
about
got the
that.
crown, went crazy.
Oh really?
Absolutely nuts. Became a tyrant.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. He was Mr. Husky, and then he became Mr. Head Coach. Changed
really?
everything about the football team.
Wow.
Went to purple helmets. Remember that stupid era?
Yeah.
That was him. Yeah, that was that guy.
You guys want to hear my draft day story?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess, could we tease it maybe or no?
Sure.
I'm just saying.
No, let's tease it.
No,
let's
we can
tease
tease
that.
it.
Plus,
Let's tease.
listen, the Rams are drafting tonight on
Yeah.
the board at number 26, but
Yeah.
there are reports, Xiao, They could be trading, and we want to
they
get
could be
DeMarco's
moving
insight.
around. So we got to keep an eye on that. Obviously, we'll keep tabs on Shefty and Peter Schrager and all these newsbreakers and what they think. But first, as we get into that, I got to talk about my friends at Hernandez Flooring. The crazy Hernandez brothers, which I connected Cappy with because Cappy needs flooring. Cappy, tell me about your interaction with crazy Hernandez brother Steven.
So I'm now officially best friends with Steven Hernandez, just so you know.
Are you a third crazy Hernandez
Okay,
brother?
right. I am Loco Hernandez, okay?
So you're going to use the Spanish accent or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. So I spoke to Steven Hernandez today, George, and first of all, thank you for the connection.
Yes, you're
welcome. Here's what I told Steven Hernandez.
Yeah.
I go, listen, my girlfriend, she likes to do things her way. I like to do things my way.
Yeah.
She kind of likes her way
Scott,
better than my way.
Yeah.
Your floor sucks.
So I want to really show her that I got this.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm Cone, Hernandez brothers. I'm with them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So today, Steven Hernandez, I explained to him exactly what I'm doing. I'm like, here's the story, here's the place, here's what I need, here's my expectation, here's how long I think I'll be there, etc. I tell him the whole thing.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, man, he's sending me
I'm sure that
pictures.
took like only 2 minutes, I'm sure.
Oh, actually,
more like 30.
The whole call, I'll show you. The call took about 3 minutes.
Wow.
But then he's
How come you don't do that here,
Yeah,
Kevin?
no way.
They give me 3 hours here, So he sends me pictures of all these different carpets, and he's got us completely hooked up. And here's the best part about it. I'm going to tell you.
Carpet?
Well, because of where the house and what we're replacing. Okay?
Oh, okay.
We're replacing. But here's the whole key to it.
Yeah.
When I tell you that I'll tell a true story. We had gone to Home Depot.
Yeah.
And we picked out very inexpensive carpet, very inexpensive padding, because we didn't need expensive stuff, because it's a short-term, fix. Steven's like, no, man, you don't want garbage carpet like that, dude. You need good stuff, no matter how long. He's got me hooked up with a great carpet, like super high quality, long warranty, etc., better padding, installation, everything. And in the end, beat Home Depot by like 35%.
That's why I tell people, no bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start, okay? And that's why they say it, and I mean it. And Christopher does too, and so do the crazy Hernandez brothers. No sale beats wholesale, Cappy. So if you need flooring from the crazy Hernandez brothers, call them at 866-62-FLOOR. That's 866-62-FLOOR. Go to their website as well, hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. And it's very simple. You heard Cappy's story. That's the story.
You heard the
everywhere.
6-minute live read Cappy did.
Exactly. You need flooring in
was
your
that a
home, your
commercial?
rental, your ADU. You don't listen, there's one place to go. It's the crazy Hernandez brothers. Again, wholesale flooring, legitimately family run. You get the authentic old school TLC. Family run. I'm not even joking. It's not just the brothers. Papi Hernandez started this thing back in the 70s, and then the whole family, the kids, the cousins.
Oh, definitely the cousins.
They all
Tios,
work.
the Tias?
They all worked. The
Maybe
Tios
the
and the
Tias.
Tias.
Okay.
Again.
And the Primos.
Nice.
Correct. Hardwood, laminate, tile, vinyl, carpet, you name it, they got it. Over 5 million square feet in stock in their inventory. Their warehouse, the one in Commerce and Santa Ana, are like 5 football fields long. It's insane. It's why first responders, designers, contractors, builders all shop there. And again, if you find a better price, Hernandez will match it, no questions asked. So head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price in town year-round, because no sale beats wholesale, homeboy. So check it out. HernandezWholesaleflooring.net is where you can find them online, or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
That's it. We are here from the NFL draft, the Rams draft headquarters. Look at DeMarco, how entertained he is.
Oh, he's so happy.
To hear radio done the right way.
He's so happy. Look at the big smile.
Jesus.
More of Rams draft day.
What am I, JJ?
Number 1, opening night is happening tonight, and we're getting you ready right here on 710 ESPN. We're back in 3 minutes.
After Olivier's first MLS goal last weekend, the Black and Gold return to BMO Stadium Sunday.
From 20 yards out. Giroud with the left instead, and it's in! It's Olivier's first in MLS!
Giroud, Lloris, Bawanga, and the Black and Gold gear up for a Sunday evening battle from downtown LA.
Oh, Olivier! He drops to his knees and implores the heavens!
Los Angeles Football Club versus St. Louis City SC. Coverage starts Sunday at 3:30 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey guys, what's up? It's George Sedano. Waiting is never fun. Usually nothing good happens when you wait. My friend Jacob in the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie want to make sure you don't wait after an accident. Immediately after an accident, before talking to the insurance company, call Jacob, man. Jacob and his team will do all the work, make all the phone calls, handle the paperwork, set up the doctor's appointments, whatever the case may be. And when you speak to the insurance company first, it's a big mistake. Because you know why? They may later use your words against you. However, Jacob and his team, they'll guide you through the process, get you the compensation you deserve, and you don't have to pay Jacob unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, the first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Just as every point matters, every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
When the night has come.
In your afternoon drive, Sedano and Kap along with DeMarco Far. We are broadcasting live. The LA Rams draft headquarters. We are your home of Rams football. We are the Air Operations Center in Van Nuys, Cappy. And on this day in 1961, the song Stand By Me, a legendary one, by Benny King was released.
I won't be afraid.
You like that, DeMarco? Huh?
Come on.
Yeah.
Playing that kind of music during Travis.
Come on now. Stand up. Stand by. You're right. Come on. For me. Come on.
Did you want them to stand by you when you weren't drafted?
Yeah. See, we'll move.
You want a dump truck?
I'll take a dump truck. Boom. Boom. Boom.
I can still dump truck.
There you go. Yeah. It's not as effective as it used to be.
There you go.
The base ain't as big.
Those are good moves.
Hey,
Right.
I know.
Gotta go double.
Come on.
DeMarco misses
Double.
the
There you
dump
go.
truck.
Oh, DeMarco, you missed dump truck?
No,
does.
dump truck can stay
wanna
right
be
down
dumb?
there.
He
No,
misses
dump
it.
truck is
You know
there.
why?
We're good.
Do you think
He
Kevin
misses
I'm
Demoff
surprised
wants a
you
dump
dump
truck?
truck. I didn't think
No, I
you
didn't
dump truck.
truck.
We can dump truck Demoff
I
at 345.
posted Cappy up one
You
time.
posted. Oh, you
Oh,
didn't
you
dump
just
truck.
posted
Okay.
me up. He
Like one
pushed
of
me.
those-
Yeah, he pushed me
Yeah.
around with his big booty.
You did?
Yeah, I just did one of those.
He pushed
On the
me
air?
around.
Like,
Yeah.
like, you catch the ball, give me
I'm
the ball.
standing here. Boom. Right.
Again.
And then I got double dump
You just
truck
blew
right
on
now.
his hip. See? There you
Wow.
go.
President of the
DeMarco.
Los Angeles
You know how to
Rams.
play basketball. You know how to use your butt.
There you go.
Even a
Yeah,
small
yeah,
guy
you
like
gotta
Get
me.
down low.
Oh,
Yes.
jeez.
See, you might have a long bone
I think
injury.
you just touched me. I think you just touched me in my privates.
Oh my God.
You did. In the schwanz. He did. He just glanced the schwanz.
Oh, my God.
I didn't glance. I think I actually hit
He
it.
did.
Wow.
He did. Wow.
Anyway,
Well, if you're going to hit the Schwanz, you might as well do it on draft day.
Right, you might as well do it.
DeMarco, you said you miss it, so you got to take the good
I
with the
do
bad.
miss you. Yeah, I do.
Well, that wasn't
Yeah.
good or bad. It was just
Well,
kind of
the dump truck, he seems like he's kind of like,
I'm good on the dump truck.
DeMarco,
Yeah,
you want to hit the Schwanz?
No, I don't want to touch it.
You don't want to go there.
We're good. No,
Don't
we're
do that,
good.
huh?
President of the Los Angeles Rams, Kevin Demoff, will join us around 3:45. The Rams will be on the board when the draft starts at 5 o'clock our time.
so Cappy, your draft story, go.
Yeah. Can I say that they're picking 26?
Wait, breaking news.
Oh, we do have breaking news?
Defensive Player of the Year award has been announced. Evan Mobley, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Wow. Look at that.
Okay.
You knew when she's had that smile that it was going to be Cleveland related.
Yeah.
Did you vote for him, George?
I voted him third.
You voted him third?
Wow.
Who's your top?
Well, you're wrong.
Lou Dort, who did not make the finalists, which is very stunning because I know a lot of people have voted him first.
Yeah.
So.
Who was the other one?
Dyson Daniels was, was third, I would imagine. Yeah.
Cappy.
Now you're going to have to pay him $45 million extra.
I know. So it could cost
There
us
goes your
Ty
salary
Jerome.
cap.
So it could cost
Did
us
you
Ty
say
Jerome next year.
$45 million
Extra
Yeah.
for
He
the
gets a bonus.
total of the contract.
Oh, no way. If you make Defensive Player of the Year?
Well, he's going to, it's one of the pillar awards.
Oh, yeah.
For the
Heck yeah.
aprons and all,
I'd play
the things.
defense for that. Come on.
For the
now.
aprons?
Yeah.
For the aprons.
For the aprons.
More
Go
the
ahead,
apron
Cappy,
stuff.
tell us about your draft.
All right, here's
Yeah.
my draft day story. You ready?
Did
It's
you get hit in the schwanz?
pretty much.
It
I
felt
guess
that
I did.
way, I'm sure.
Yeah, it did. So here's the deal. You ready? I don't think I'm going to get drafted. I have no expectation that I'm going to get drafted. Man, I just want to find somebody that'll put me into an NFL training camp, So what happens is the first pick of the draft, and DeMarco and I had the same agent.
Yeah.
So
okay.
DeMarco, you were up in Seattle. I was in Phoenix, where they had all of their draft headquarters.
Yes.
So they had all these kids that were expecting to be
You
drafted.
can say the name, right? Paradise.
Yeah,
right?
it was called Paradise Sports.
Yeah.
And this was Bruce Allen,
Yeah.
who became the president of the Redskins at the time,
Yeah,
right?
the Bucks
and the
later.
Bucks.
And the Buccaneers. So we're all there, and there's all these kids that are 22-year-old kids that all are expecting to be some first-rounders, some second-rounders, but they're all going to get drafted. And they've got one guy who's manning the phones in the draft headquarters. And all these kids' families had flown in from around the country, including my parents. So the first pick of the draft is taken. And with the first pick of the draft, the New England Patriots select quarterback Drew Bledsoe.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So Drew Bledsoe gets picked.
Well, you didn't think you were going number one.
I did not.
Okay.
This is 93.
92? I think?
Two. Okay, yeah,
92.
okay.
Okay. The phone rings.
Well,
The phone rings. The entire place is like, oh, my God. Oh, my God, the phone is ringing. Somebody here in this room is going to be the number 2 overall pick. This is unbelievable. Guy answers the phone. Draft headquarters. Yeah. Yeah, he's here. Who? Hold on one second, Coach. Cap, it's for you.
Whoa.
I go, what? It's
At
for
the
me.
top of the draft? Wow.
What? I'm going to be the number 2 overall pick?
Yeah.
Right? I answer the phone. Hello? Hello?
It was your mom.
Right? Cap, yeah, Coach Fox here. Hey, Foxy, what's going on? John Fox. He goes.
You called John Fox Foxy?
Yeah, that was his
right
name.
off the top.
Well,
Okay.
no, he recruited me out of high school.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So I
you
knew it.
have a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he goes, hey, it's Foxy. I go, hey, Coach, what's going on? He goes, don't take this wrong, but we don't think you're going to get drafted. I said, well, Coach, I kind of don't think so either.
Plays kicker, right?
Right. He goes, but I'm calling because Bobby Beathard, who was the general manager of the Chargers at the time,
Yeah.
he wants to sign you as an undrafted free agent, but on one condition. You commit to us right now.
Wow.
I said, yeah, Coach, done. So I hang up the phone. I turn around. Everybody starts cheering. Like everybody's going crazy, like as if I was the second pick of the draft. With the second pick of the NFL draft, people are like waiting, like to see what's going on. The Seattle Seahawks select quarterback Rick Mirer, Notre Dame. But by this time, the first pick, between the first pick and the second pick,
You were the call.
amazing.
You were the guy.
knew that I was going to the then San Diego Chargers.
Oh, the irony.
It is, right? As an undrafted free agent. So that was my draft day.
Wow.
And
I would say I was the second pick overall if I was you.
Right. I should tell everybody that.
That's what I would say, yeah.
And the weirdest part is that my buddy Alex Van Pelt, who was expected to be probably a second, third-ish kind of round player, he fell all the way to the 7th round.
Yeah. Wow.
And got drafted by the Steelers. So, I was all light and loose, hey, I know where I'm going. And he was sitting there sweating and stressing the entire time, unfortunately.
By the way, Chopper number 1 is about to take off here.
Yeah, you just met that guy. He was the guy with the mustache.
Right.
He's the only one that flies solo.
Oh,
so
because of the mustache or just in general?
No, he's just that good. He flies solo. He takes a crew up. He's the guy, his hook drops from the middle. So if you have a long bone injury, He's the guy that will fly out and drop a guy to help you out.
Chrissy,
DeMarco, this isn't the show for that.
I'm just saying.
Long
Can I say long bone? My bad.
The innuendo on this show.
Drop the hook from the middle. A lot of us drop the hook from the middle. I know a couple guys that drop it over on the left side.
I didn't mean it that way.
I don't drop the hook a lot anymore.
Well, the hook doesn't drop the same way.
But I am curious, right? You said he touched the Swans, right? From the hip?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to.
Way to go, Cap.
That was an accidental.
Way to go, Cap.
Yeah. It was an accidental Schwanz hit. All right, with all this fun and frivolity, we are live from the Rams draft headquarters at the Air Operations Center in the Van Nuys at the hangar at the Van Nuys Airport.
By the way, I was at the Kings game yesterday.
Oh,
what an awesome event that was.
Kings win last night 6-2.
They dominated the Oilers in that one.
Those sneaking scumbag
It got close early in the third to 3-2.
Right.
But the Kings, it would have been a terrible situation had they found a way to lose that because we always joke about time of possession on this show. They were in the Oilers zone for basically the entire second and third period.
Yeah.
They took advantage late in the third period. Kepe had the goals and a couple of assists. He was fantastic. It was a great atmosphere to be at yesterday.
So, did you get
I was in the stands.
I saw your seats. They were
so
awesome.
you didn't go in the suite.
I popped in briefly for about half the second period.
Oh, okay.
So
say hi to the crew.
So I saw your seats. They were awesome.
Yeah.
Being down close to the ice.
The station.
Yeah, being down close to the ice when you're in the middle of the action,
Yeah.
you can hear it. You can hear the checks. You can see the boards moving.
You can hear them talking to each other.
Right. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But I had to say I was thinking about you because when at 3-2, I'm like, wow, this is a sick game. This is crazy.
Yeah.
At 4-2, I'm like, okay, 2-goal
I left
lead.
at 6-2 with like 3 minutes left.
Right,
You did.
At 6-2,
You did still leave early.
it's time to go.
Like 3-4 minutes left.
At 6-2.
Nobody's coming back from a 4-goal.
That's what he said at 4-0 to me.
Well,
And we
but
still
there was
left.
4 minutes left.
Well, we had a whole period, but we didn't think they were coming back.
Right, 4 minutes left.
That was
is
game
a lot
one.
different.
Were you in early enough to see the Korean harmonica?
I did.
Oh,
they were there.
sweet.
Yeah. I got there early. I saw
okay.
the whole thing. It was a fun event. Like, I hadn't been to a playoff hockey game in a long, long time. So it was a blast to be there. So
Now I'm going to call an audible.
Much like today, it's a blast to be here. We're always super proud, this show particularly, to be involved on the Rams draft day events. We all know that Cappy went nude into the bathroom a couple years ago in Hollywood. Kevin Demoff now joins us, shakes his
What's
head.
with the look?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I had the same look and I was there.
What's with the look?
I saw it.
Well, that was the same night we had a drunken press conference. So, what happens in Hollywood
stays in Hollywood.
Yeah, once upon a time in Hollywood.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it didn't stay because it was on Instagram, but nonetheless.
There's no bathtubs here.
Right,
there might be one or two, Cap, but I would stay out of them.
Listen to this helicopter.
Yeah.
Can everybody hear
Taking
this?
off. Chopper number one. We were just talking about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kevin Demoff, have you had a chance to go up and fly with any of these guys?
I have not. I'm kind of afraid of helicopters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't blame
Super
you.
safe in here.
They don't look like they should fly.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't
Makes sense.
look like they should fly. That's right.
But they do. And thankfully these guys do because they take care of a lot of lives and save a lot of lives and a lot of homes. So I know everybody's very proud to be here. Then last year, as we mentioned, we were in Hermosa, and we're, again, proud to be here. So, Kevin, how did all of this come together?
Look, I think every year we try to think about how we make the draft the best expression of the Rams. Obviously, there's work to be done from a draft perspective in the war room. But as we learned, we can draft from anywhere. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. And I think if you woke Les up in his sleep with no technology, he would know exactly who to pick, right? And so this year, obviously, as the fires went on and we were starting, at that point, we started normally looking for draft houses in December, January, and we kind of all came together as an organization and said, this just wouldn't be the right message to send in LA to keep it together. How do we go honor first responders? We thought about fire stations, firehouses. The problem with those, quite honestly, is they're active, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to go ever be, the same reason we moved the game. You don't ever want to be the reason someone's home was lost, someone's life was lost. We kind of felt that way about a fire station. And ultimately our group, in talking with LAFD about where we could go, we want to work with you guys. And they really suggested here, which was great. This time of year, hopefully the helicopters, shouldn't all need to be used. There's plenty of space. You can be out of the way. And what a great way to honor the heroes who helped our city in January, and to bring, I think one of the things we all go through when we go through tragedies is in the moment, everybody's very hyper-focused. And I can think back to everything our city has done, how they've rallied, our game, the rally around that. But we all know as time goes on, things get forgotten. Not that forgotten, or people move on to the rest of their life. And I think during our biggest moment of the offseason, a chance to bring awareness back to the heroic work that LAFD has done, that they will do in the future, and they continue to do right now, seemed like the right partner for us for the draft.
Yeah, and it's not the first time that you guys have done something, and I say not like this, but to honor first responders, because I can remember back to that game where the Rams were hosting the Chiefs in the Coliseum.
Right.
And that was the game that was moved from Mexico City back up to L.A. And at that time, there were fires then, and many of the Rams players and coaches back then were impacted. And you guys put on quite a show that night too. So being part of the community was something that the Rams seemed to have understood when you first got back to L.A.
Look, I think there's what you call be part of the community, which everybody understands, and being involved in schools and being involved in youth programs and everything year-round. I think truly being part of the community is meeting the need when the need exists. And, raising your level and finding those unexpected moments to partner with our city when they need it most. And certainly that happened in January, and, I can think back to what a moment that 2018 game was. And those were lessons you hope never to have to learn again, repeat on. But we found ourselves, playing a game in Arizona using so much of that same playbook in a very different way. But when it comes to the draft, and it's become this huge moment in the offseason, and it seemed to us that we can do so much planning and thoughtful nature. That's what's different about this, is you can truly partner with the fire department for months thinking about how are we going to do this? How are we going to position ourselves in the hangar? How are we going to design merchandise and that they can wear on a daily basis that's thoughtful? When you have time, you're not actually in the emergency. I think that was such a powerful way for us to work with the LA Fire Department, not in the moment when everybody else is like, hey, how can we be part of this? But well outside that moment to be like, what would be impactful for you? And as you walk through the rec room here, which has been redecorated, and now they want to keep the same way, and what we're going to get to see with those people coming in and out this week, and the fire captain and the pride, I think that's what it truly means to be part of the fabric of the city, is to intertwine yourself. So when you can't tell when your city ends and when the Rams brand begin, that means we're doing it the right way.
The rec room is cool. They asked what did they want in there? Recliners and big screen TVs.
What about DeMarco Far jersey?
Oh, my God, yeah, that's perfect.
We can put one up there.
There should be a DeMarco Far jersey.
There's a Puka in there already. So I think
that's a good thing
current guys there. But I think this is cool because it's like you said, you're honoring this department. They're not props. This is a real working hangar. So if something happens, there they go. One just took off. But moving back to the draft, weird. 26 pick. It's a good place to be. That means you were pretty damn good the season before, but it's a weird slot to be picking in, 26.
Yeah, I mean, it means you did really well, but not well enough. Mm-hmm. And your award is you're picking somewhat crappy in the first round, right? Which is great. And I think the hard part is you start to walk through all the permutations and what could happen, especially in a draft like this that does seem fairly unpredictable, across the board. But that's where you have such trust in our group. They know what they're looking for. They know what they want to do. And they've been at this for, less. They start their draft meetings in the summer. They go into September. You walk into his office any Friday during the season. They're working on it. And, it's to prepare for, hey, if we're picking 26, we need to find the 26th player who we're guaranteed we're going to take, who we're going to love. And it's been, an exciting week kind of watching them refine. And, the curveball, what I always love about the draft is it's where – in the moment, it feels like a game day. There's strategy. There's luck. There's something unexpected, but you can make calls. You can move them down. There's palace intrigue and gossip. It's navigating all of that to actually find out what's the truth. And at some point tonight, we'll be on the clock, and we'll know a little bit of what the truth was along the way. But I always say, if the draft went 1 through 257 like people expected, it wouldn't be the draft, right? What people love is the one curveball that changes everything. And the sliding doors moment, of this team trades and they took a player and that starts a run on this position. And we saw it last year, the run on quarterbacks, ultimately we're picking 19th. We got the third defensive player taken.
Turned out to be the defensive player of the year.
Turned out to be the defensive player of the year. Yeah. Maybe should have been the first defensive player taken. But, when you go through that, what's that going to be like this year? Is there going to be a run on positions? Probably not quarterbacks, but people saying it may be offensive line heavy, defensive line heavy. Okay. What does that mean? Who's going to get pushed down? And if you want an offensive lineman or defensive lineman, do you take your 7th or 8th choice? Do you take your 2nd or 3rd choice somewhere else? Those are the really fun parts that we're about to find out.
Rams president Kevin Demoff with us here. I love how malleable your front office is. We went from F them picks when the moment called for that, and you guys went all in, to you guys have done, I think in your entire time, at least here in LA, a fantastic job drafting all over the draft. And, you mentioned the defense just a moment ago. We were talking about this during the season. Your defense cost I believe it was like $24 million.
Same as one of those helicopters.
Right.
They told me a helicopter is 22. I think we're about 24. So.
But it just goes to show you how impressive and how nimble your front office and organization can be.
Look, I think the thing that is always going to be our hallmark is trying to find the inefficiencies within the NFL system and try to exploit them to the best of our advantage, right? I think it doesn't mean whether you're an offensive team or a defensive team or a front seven or an F them picks or a keep them picks. It's when the league zigs, you're going to zag. Because and I think we all do believe this as a front office. There are 32 teams that had players, scouts, covering the country this year who watched all the same games we did, trying to get the same information. The information the NFL has is usually correct on players, by and large, right? First rounders are the best, second, third. What you have to learn to understand is what is the league overvaluing that maybe you don't care about. For years with us, that was 40 speed, right? And Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua and Kyron Williams all fit into that bucket. F them picks was, hey, people were probably overvaluing high picks instead of talent. Then the league swung the completely other way and everybody started trading like crazy. Well, there was no longer an inefficiency in what you could get there. And I think where Les and his group and Tony have always been great is, hey, when the league zigs, where can we zag? But not just for the purpose of zagging, but so that we can build a team in a different way than other people are looking at. And I think at 26, you've got to still figure that out, right? Like, don't just sit there and pick the 26th best player. Find the player you think is really going to make a difference for your club. You know, whether that person was supposed to go 10th and everybody's like, hey, you did a hell of a job, or that person's supposed to go 50th and people are like, you guys are effing morons.
Kevin, I think one of the coolest things about us being here today is this. Like, we'll be on the radio and all the different platforms that we use, we'll be talking about how the Rams are here, you know, to kind of celebrate the LAFD, right? But what I think is super cool is that internally here where we are, you guys have gone out of the way to take care of these firefighters. And I got to say, the food is out of this world. It's unbelievable. But what the thing is that when firefighters are all in their firehouse, they run to the grocery store. That's why you see them out front. They're going in, they're picking up their groceries. They come back, they cook for the entire house. Can you just tell us about whose concept is it to say, let's get a chef from a really fancy restaurant to come here and put out, like, really, really amazing food for the firefighters?
Well, the shout out for that would go to Cameron from our marketing team, Cameron Malkoff, who's basically went and said, hey, let's go get great chefs. And so Jackson Kolb, who's cooking today, whose restaurants Osby in Venice, and Jame, they just opened Jame Taqueria in El Segundo for anybody who wants to go eat this food away from here. Said, hey, think of some chefs that you might know who helped out. And, you know, Jackson has a pizzeria in the Palisades that's at the Palisades Village, but they were feeding people at Ospe and Jame, first responders, for free. And we're like, how do we reward chefs who kind of did the right thing throughout the time that we knew of, that we could reach out to? And, you know, and then you also have to marry it with, like, who serves the kind of food that coaches and scouts want to eat. Italian works.
Always.
Italian, Mexican, that works really well. Yeah. You know, if it was an Indonesian restaurant, you know, out, you know, maybe far, maybe not as much. I would love it, but I'm not saying, you know, Les's palate's pretty basic.
Yeah.
You know, it's straws.
It's that Alabama in them,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, but I think those are the ways you try to make this feel inclusive, right? That you're a guest in their firehouse and their air hangar. And yes, we're bringing all of the swag of the NFL and the NFL draft and the visibility, but, you know, how do we make sure that while we're here, we serve them great food, that we be great partners? It's not just an invasion, but we're really trying to make their daily life better.
And some of those guys can really cook. They're tough customers. I mean, like, you got to work hard to impress them, so that's really cool. You guys, okay, so Les, Tony, Coach McVay, you guys all do a great job at what you do, but you're also guys with senses of humor. You're funny dudes sometimes when you don't have the poker face on. Tell me you guys don't go nuts for these draft day rumors when you hear stuff.
Oh, the draft day rumors are fantastic. And, you know, I would say one of the funny parts in my new role overseeing our teams in Denver, too, is I'm not in the draft meetings every day. So I'll see a rumor and I'll text Les. I'm like, is this actually even close to true? Like, I know I wasn't here yesterday. But, like, you know, one of the ones that I did laugh about this year was that we top 30'd all these quarterbacks. We haven't done a top 30 visit in 5 years. So, you know, it's all of a sudden Jalen Milroe and Jackson Dart and all these people have spent copious amounts of times with the Rams and done visits. And I'm like, huh? Something changed?
Yeah.
You know, and the hard part is, and I always say this, when the dumber the rumor, you can't debunk it because then people expect you to debunk every rumor, right? And you would just be playing whack-a-mole. But you kind of just read this stuff. And I always say, like, you laugh because like if they're this wrong about us, and we're trying to read like, oh, what are the Cleveland Browns are going to do? Well, if you're this wrong about us, I assume who's running the Cleveland Browns is probably just as wrong, about them. And then, truly when you get into the sausage making, I would say the mock drafts when people call you and you kind of spitball with them on what you think is going to happen, then they say, what are you hearing from other teams? And you see that show up in a mock draft. And you're like, well, wait, we just made this up out of thin air. Right? Like, and it's not that you made it up out of thin air, but, and I would say mock drafts are fun because they're really like taking your NCAA bracket where you've got a hunch about a team, and then you're trying to think about the need. You're taking 4 or 5 different pieces of information and trying to be like, well, this makes sense.
It's all confirmation bias. Right?
It's all confirmation. I actually texted that to someone yesterday. I'm like, this is all confirmation bias. And then it's like, well, so-and-so's a first rounder, so I got to find a home for them. And like, well, I'll just give them to the Vikings.
Right.
Right? Like, it's
and
like,
make it fit.
And make it fit. Right? Like, and so once you kind of understand that, you take it all with a grain of salt. Now you try to dig through some elements of truth. Who has been more accurate in the past on their reporting? Who might have a different knowledge or something that goes right. What our group started doing a long time ago, though, was we compile all the mocks and we throw them into our analytical models. If you look at the players who are mocked to go in the top 100, every year about 91 of those 100 go.
Right.
So what you can safely say is, okay, of the top 3 rounds, these 100 players are going to go in the top 3 rounds. I have no idea if they're going to go 20, 40, 60, 89, but usually that's pretty accurate. And the ones who fall out, it's usually injury concerns or maybe character that, somebody didn't know. A lot of times it's injury. And so, but you always try to sit there and be like, you can watch this mock and all of a sudden one thing gets thrown off. And the whole domino, when everybody starts with these mock drafts predicated on something. For example, the Rams might take a QB at 26. Whether we will or won't, that's why we all tune in to the draft. If we do, that could change everything behind us, or they've got to trade up. If we don't, then, okay, it doesn't matter. It also may be someone thinks, there are lots of rumors about what the Steelers are going to do. Do the teams have to trade above the Steelers to get a quarterback? If someone actually believes that and trades to 20, does that run on 3 or 4 quarterbacks that changes all of the draft? But the rumors are usually, I would say, when you go through rumors, most of the times about your franchise, draft or not, you always try to figure out who does the rumor benefit.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? And then you can try to piece back from there where it goes.
Well, and there's plenty of subterfuge out there as well.
In the draft, a rumor could just be a rumor. It may not benefit anybody. It may just be to hide someone's intentions, to do it. And that's where you kind of always just have to be like, okay, grain of salt. Or, someone who's basing it off of a truth that you didn't know. Oh, I didn't know that this player had a connection to this coach in college. Like, okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Kev, just to hustle up here at the end of the hour, I'm curious about what you guys are doing in Woodland Hills as a franchise, the practice facility, the building that you've got going up. We're looking at Green Bay here today, and they've got Titletown right next to the stadium. What is it you guys are exactly doing there?
Well, we already have a Titletown. It's called Hollywood Park. It's next to SoFi Stadium, and I see you guys hanging out at Cosm and plenty of other places. But it's the same exact idea, right? Like, Stan's vision for Los Angeles is always, hey, how do I create more epicenters around sports entertainment? And I don't want to just have a practice facility. I want to make that a place where fans can come and eat and really invest. And I think it's where we talked about this, being symbiotic with the city. You take a look at Los Angeles. No sports teams ever invested in the Valley. The Valley on its own, if you chopped off the rest of Los Angeles, I don't know exactly. Basically, I'm going to say, the Cahuenga Pass to Woodland Hills to, north to the mountains would be the 14th largest NFL market. So if you can go own that and create an epicenter, we're going to basically go create a Hollywood Park and LA Live in Woodland Hills, right? So it's going to have sports bars and restaurants, 2 music venues, a 5,000-seat venue similar to YouTube Theater, 2,500-seat venue that's more of a House of Blues style type. We'll have the facility. We're hopeful to have a museum or something about the Rams, more history-oriented than we do at SoFi, given the 2-team nature. But then also, can that be a place where people, build a new headquarters? Does people want to live in condos, apartments? Do we go build a new hotel? But the goal is to make it a 100-acre sports entertainment district that looks exactly like you would expect at Hollywood Park or LA Live, but do it out in the Valley where no one's really ever invested that time, energy, or money, to really make it a great place to be.
A market inefficiency.
A market inefficiency, that, look, if there's one person who knows how to work on market inefficiencies in real estate, it's Dan Kroenke.
Yeah, no doubt
It's
about
amazing
that.
what you guys are doing up there, man. Incredible.
Kevin Demoff, president of the Rams, with us here. Thankful to have you here. Appreciate you having us here. Thank you so much for the time.
Well, my pleasure. It's great to be here. Glad you guys are here, and hopefully this remains calm out here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And calm in the back.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Right? Better chance it's calm out here than calm in the back.
Awesome stuff. All right, Kevin, thank you so much. All right, Cappy, let's talk PrizePicks before we go to break here. PrizePicks, if you want sports action in the state of California, PrizePicks is the place to be. Download the PrizePicks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. First $5 play gets you a $50 bonus. It's very simple. There's a statistical line for pretty much every player imaginable in almost every sport imaginable. You go more or less. You bundle some together, you can win cold, hard cash.
So today for the draft, there's a free play promotion going on right now about the draft. Listen to this. You ready? Will Roger Goodell today be booed on the stage for more or less than 10.5 seconds?
More.
Okay. Will there be more than 62.5 or less than 62.5 SEC players drafted?
Less.
Will Travis Hunter be drafted more or less than 2.5? Will he be drafted higher than 2.5?
Higher than,
less.
Lower.
Yes,
Yeah,
right. He'll be drafted number 2. Okay. How about this?
That was a confusing one.
I thought so too. How about this? First round crying. How many first round draft picks will cry? More or less than 3.5?
Oh, more.
Okay. So this is what's going on right now on PrizePicks. You can literally play the free-to-play draft PrizePicks. You pick 3. It's all free-to-play, and let's see how it all shakes out. But I think Roger Goodell will be booed for at least 12 seconds.
Download the PrizePicks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. PrizePicks. Run your game.
4:02, we are broadcasting live from the Rams draft headquarters as the Rams get ready to go on the board at 26 as we cover the first round tonight. Right here, you'll hear it beginning at 5 o'clock. We'll have all your picks covered. And then at 6 o'clock, we'll go to ESPN Radio's network coverage. We got you covered, the home of your Los Angeles Rams. 710 ESPN. We're back in 3 minutes.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
With over 30 years in the business and more than 20,000 real estate transactions, Seller's Advantage offers a much better buying experience.
We don't charge agent fees, you pay no commissions, and you make no repairs. Seller's Advantage will show you a no obligation as-is cash offer and can close in just a few days.
Just check out our Google reviews and see for yourself.
Call Seller's Advantage today or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Go to Cosm.com or win them all day long from ESPN LA.
Ready to drive home in a brand new ride? The 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SC is yours with an amazing 2.99% APR for 36 months. That's right, lock in super low financing at just 2.99%. Plus, drive with America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, and Hyundai's Assurance Program. Visit us off the 91 freeway or online at CardinAlleyWayHyundai.com to find your perfect Santa Fe today.
On approved credit, 0 security deposit, 36 payments of $29.08 per $1,000 financed. Offer expires 4/30/2025.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Ready to win some real cash during the basketball playoffs? Check out Pick6 from DraftKings. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick6 posterizes the competition, including PrizePicks. Hit all your picks and score higher minimum payouts on Pick6 Plus. Even more cash if you outscore the competition. Download the DraftKings Pick6 app now and use code FNH. That's code FNH. For new customers to play $5, get $50 in Pick6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick6 credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Pizza City Fest returns to Los Angeles at LA Live on Saturday, April 26th and Sunday, April 27th. The festival offers a stellar lineup of Southern California's best pizza makers in one location, giving fans the unique opportunity to taste, see live demos, and attend panel discussions with culinary experts over 2 days at LA Live. Get more info and buy tickets now at LALive.com/Pizza City Fest LA. Once again, that's LALive.com/Pizza City Fest LA.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News & World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
At Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, every Subaru is designed to take you further while protecting what matters most. Like the new 2025 Subaru Forester or 2025 Subaru Crosstrek, both available with 3.9% financing for 48 months. Ocean Subaru, where every journey leads to something greater.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance, not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 4/30/2025.
Sedano Kap, your LA afternoon drive. Yeah. On this Thursday afternoon, we are broadcasting live from the draft headquarters in Van Nuys at Air Operations. Cappy, thanks to the LAFD that made it possible for us to be here.
This is amazing.
You're going to suit up later, I think, right?
Hey, listen, the captain's coming over here in a second, okay?
He's already here.
I understand.
Well, hold on. We're
People can see him on YouTube.
Yeah, but we're setting the scene.
He's to set the scene.
By the way, on this day back in 1992, the number one hit.
People can see?
Crisscross jump. Do you want me to jump on you? Oh, no. The captain's here.
I know,
nice.
the captain is here.
Eric Scott is here.
I just wonder this, Cap, what do you suppose the chances are?
Do you call him Cap? You should say Captain.
The Cap's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Skipper.
never mind.
There's a lot of vernacular.
Skipper.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Skipper.
Skip.
Skipper.
How do I get up on one of these helicopters? How do I get up there and take a ride?
Very careful.
I want to be ridden in one. Come on.
Yeah. Let's go talk to city attorney about liability.
Oh, I didn't realize there was all the red
it's
tape.
It's up to me. Let's go.
Right on.
Suit up.
Right on. Captain, let me tell you something. You look like a very young guy. A, how old are you? And B, how does someone elevate to captain of a station of this magnitude?
47, 20 years with LAFD, 25 as a first responder. And you promote through captain through a rigorous process. We have two ranks of captain, Captain 1 and Captain 2, so I went through both of them. When you cross your bugles, it's a little clue for the Captain 2, little LAFD unique aspect. And I am not overseeing air operations. I'm just humbled to be here amongst some of our best of the best. There's 3,500 members that we have, 106 neighborhood fire stations, and these guys are the cream of the crop, in my opinion. Highly skilled, highly qualified, professional individuals.
Well, let me ask you about their qualifications and how they rise through the ranks to get to this air unit here. How does that transpire?
Yeah, so another very competitive aspect. Every single one of these pilots and HELTAC and the people in the back or the front of that aircraft were all firefighters. So they had to go through the same process of becoming an emergency medical technician and getting your background and your physical agility, then going through the drill tower and then probation, going out to the fire stations. And if that's not enough, then they had to kick another turbo pack to go, I want to spend a lot of time and money on their own dime and time to get certified to fly these, and then they go through a whole nother interview process to be selected to be one of the 12 pilots we currently have.
Oh, wow. I would have thought these guys were like all had military backgrounds or something like that. So they're firefighters first, and then they become pilots?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Don't they train like right over here, not too far? I think there's a blue building. But this is great. We were talking about earlier about leadership, coaching, and how like how guys become team captains or just captains, period. So he was identified. Where'd the guy go? The guy that actually said that you should try out or try to be a captain. It's a great story. You should tell them about it, like how you were identified by people you're in the academy with or whatever training with to go for captain. Tell them that story.
Well, that was kind of Jonathan Johnson, one of our pilots. We were in a locker room, maybe about 10 years ago, and that was some of his and friends go, hey, you need to promote to captain. We're going to take some classes, and you need to be a part of it. So that was actually really a nice little shoot in the arm to kind of get moving towards that and start that process. And it's been off to the races ever since. I am just humbled to be at this place, to be at this position, to be a spokesperson for one of the greatest fire departments in the whole world. And we hold ourselves to a very high standard. And this collaboration with the Rams is just a very natural coming together of two large brands.
Yeah, right on.
Now, we hear the rec room is amazing.
Yeah.
What the Rams have done. But we want DeMarco Far's jersey in there. How do we make that happen?
Hey, I got no problem with that.
It would actually. Can we put a Deacon Jones up instead? Same thing, right?
No, just right next to each other.
Yeah, 75. We'll put that there.
You know what? Hey, Captain, I got a couple of buddies of mine that were former football players that became LA firefighters. And so I asked them, I said, well, why? And they said, well, when I got done playing football and I got into the real world, I lost the adrenaline rush of playing football, and it feels like a team. Are a lot of the firefighters former team sport athletes? Do you know?
Absolutely, and former military. It comes with that mindset, that grit, that form of team commitment. And so that definitely spearheads them to success if you had some prior sports or military background.
Tell him to stop staring at me. See? We've been going at it all day. He's the former running back. See? We knew. That's why.
Oh, he's got that running back build. There's no doubt about that.
There's too much space out here, man. We can go.
How about you, Captain? A tight end, maybe? Did you play tight end?
To be honest, beach volleyball.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, no doubt. I could totally see
All right. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Well, listen, Captain Scott, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Thank you for letting us be part of this today.
Letting us be here,
we
man.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
thank you
really
so much.
Our honor. Thank you.
I mean,
man.
How cool is this?
It is amazing.
Yes.
The whole thing is amazing.
Wow.
The fact that we're even here is pretty just darn awesome.
How's the food, man? The food here is unbelievable.
Did you try the food?
Yep, you bet we did.
Yeah. It's
Got a little healthy mix with salad and some
Yeah.
I had that tuna sandwich. That tuna sandwich all over this world.
Yeah.
I
That's
like
like
turkey in the salad.
I like the turkey sandwich,
Turkey was
too.
good, too.
But
It's got some avocado in it.
But the tuna did as well.
Oh, okay.
The tuna sandwich was bomb. I mean, like all-time legendary tuna sandwich. And I mean, I don't take a tuna sandwich lightly.
I see.
He went the right amount.
I had
two.
I had the double. I had the double. Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Well, let me tell everyone before we go to break about my home away from home. LAX, as you know, at Los Angeles International Airport, People Mover trains are rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to improve the travel journey. You may have seen today in the news that the metro station is now opening on Century outside of LAX.
Oh, that's
and
beautiful.
soon the People Mover train will connect you to the terminals.
Now
That's
I can
how
take the train just for LAX.
Right. So the
that's
new
wonderful.
trains will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and the Kiss and Fly lot in 10 minutes or less. And they depart in every 2 minutes, basically, Christopher.
Beautiful.
Every 2 minutes they'll depart, and it all opens early 2026. So basically a year or so from now, it'll all happen. For more information, go to this website, lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
I can't wait for that train to LAX, George. 4:15, quarter after 4 p.m. at the South End. We are broadcasting live from the Rams draft headquarters. Draft is about ready to begin in Green Bay in about 45 minutes. The draft will have the Tennessee Titans picking at number 1. The Rams are at 26, and we're going to talk about that next. There's some rumbles of some trades. That's coming up in a few minutes as Sedano and Kap returns live from Van Nuys right now on 710 ESPN.
And as we like to say here, go Kings go! What a win last night over those scumbag Edmonton Oilers.
It's in the neutral zone. They've got a 3-on-1. Kempe, left wing with Kuzmenko. Kempe shoots and scores! Off the back post and out.
We are your home of the Los Angeles Kings. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Go Kings go!
Hey guys, you feel it? Days are getting longer, sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is right around the corner. Here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams. One thing really all ties it together, and that's enjoying it all with good friends and a cold Coors Light. Pick up Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Hey, it's Travis. Every legend has a story, and those stories are kept at Legends Attic in Claremont. Legends Attic is the premier sports memorabilia gallery and store that offers a unique blend of rare and iconic collectibles. It's a community for sports fans and collectors, so go check it out for yourself. Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in the city of Claremont. Visit legendsattic.com and be sure to follow Legends Attic on all social media platforms so you can stay connected to know about their upcoming signings and special events with Hall of Famers and pro players.
Hey, it's Cap. Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, no commissions, no open houses, and no costly repairs. With Seller's Advantage, we'll make you a fair, competitive cash offer with no surprises. Check out what one of the sellers had to say. Seller's Advantage was a lot easier, faster, and more rewarding than listing my house. I worried about getting a low offer, but theirs matched the value I was hoping for and much higher than their competitors. They gave me time to decide, and the process was friendly, fast, and anxiety-free. I highly recommend Seller's Advantage. Call Seller's Advantage today. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. That's sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
4 o'clock, Sedano and Cap, your Thursday afternoon. It's NFL Draft Day, number 1. We are live from the Rams Draft headquarters, but it's also NKODP Day. New Kids on the Block Day. How about that, Cappy?
I like it.
Got to do the wave. Whoa, whoa.
There's a lot of people that will be cutting that up from our YouTube feed. DeMarco might be one of them. Anyway. No, it's okay, DeMarco. You can be honest with us.
The whole world
this
changed when this
isn't the Travis and DeMarco show.
Come on, stop
Weekdays
it.
9 to noon, but you're having more fun with Sedano Cap, Lindsay, myself, right?
I can't wait until next Tuesday. I really can't. I can't wait until next Tuesday.
For Travis and I to go at it?
You and Travis. I can't wait to see how that goes.
But as I tell everyone on the station, we are the fun show.
Yes.
So it's like when people come, they're part of the nonsense.
Yes, I told them my first line was going to be, "How's the penthouse, fellas?"
Oh, so you're saying we're the penthouse of 710 on this show?
But it is, George is right, and the way I know that George is right, that we're the quote unquote fun show, I think Exhibit A, Your Honor, in the court of public opinion is see Mike Trudell. People come up to me now at Laker games and they're like, "What have you guys done to Trudell?"
Yeah, Trudell's like in the mix. Yeah.
One day he came in the studio, we put him in a high chair, and nothing has ever been the same.
The guy has just gone from, hey, I'm a very serious reporter.
I'm Mike Trudell.
I'm a journalist, and
oh, you mean like to more personality? You pull
to just talking about Cappy's fonts.
Right.
He's
loose now.
He's loose.
He's loose.
There's a word for that. It's called corruption. There.
Yes,
we did.
We have corrupted him.
Correct. Yes.
We have corrupted him indeed.
You heard how? Did you see the clip about the listener who called into Mason and Ireland? And their kid now uses the term schwanz.
Yeah. Oh, no way. Way to go.
He told his mom, I got hit in the schwanz.
You said a Little League kid said that.
Yeah.
You guys have changed the world. Proud of yourselves?
We're role models for the youth of America,
Proud
DeMarco.
of yourselves? I like that.
You know how they
Come on
say
now.
Trick loves the kids. Sedano and Cap loves the kids.
You do. All for the kids.
Let me run something by you, George.
Is this draft related or something else?
No, it's not draft related.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me run something by you.
Can you be quick, please?
It can, but
that draft day story was pretty long.
It was good, though.
It was good, but it was pretty long.
Oh, now you see it in Cap's irritated now. He doesn't like that comment about the draft story.
I
By the way, the Rams are picking at 26.
You know, if I didn't think it was good, I would tell you.
There are rumors they may trade, but I guess we can get to your story first.
Well, you want to break down the possibilities of trades?
Why
Let's
don't
do that.
we
We can do
go
that.
ahead. Say what you're
just
gonna
do your thing.
We can do that. I just want to run something by you because I feel like I'm a pretty good guy. but there's something that I did last night, and I'm not sure how you guys will respond to it. So let me run this by you. So last night, I had terrible FOMO that you were at the Kings game. I wanted to be at the Kings game. I wanted to sing the
You were there the
national-
night before.
I know, but I had so much fun.
Or 2 nights before.
I had so much fun at the game that I wanted to go to the second game. And I wanted to sing the national anthem with the Korean harmonica band, okay? I wanted to be there to cheer on the team. I wanted to be there till the end. I was shamed for leaving at 4-0.
Right.
So last night, though, was my only night this week at home. Okay? I was up here Monday, Tuesday. I'm up here Thursday, Friday. I'm going to visit my daughter this weekend. So last night was date night.
Oh, it was date night.
It was date night, okay? And when you have date night,
Scott, I need date night.
You probably should be a present person at date night, don't you think?
a date,
that's
yes.
You were on your phone.
It's a nice
We were
thing to do.
watching the Kings game.
Okay, so Lindsay, Rachel says, well, where would you like to go?
A sports bar.
I said, well, I've got a couple of ideas. I got a couple of thoughts here. Why don't we go to our favorite place? It's Wednesday. It's not Tuesday, so it's not Taco Tuesday. It'll be empty. It'll be great. She was, okay, I'd like to go there. Now, of course, in my mind, I know what's going on in this place. I can get her a couple of cocktails, and I know that there's TVs with the games that I want to watch.
Plus, you got Warriors Rockets, too.
So I sat at the bar,
Brilliant.
okay? I sat at the bar, and as I looked at her, over her shoulder
Right.
was the Rockets and the Warriors.
Got to play it cool.
And then when I turned back
Right.
towards the bartender, there were the Kings and the Oilers.
Right.
So you
Whereas-
didn't even need your phone, right?
Oh,
So I didn't even need my phone.
There you go.
So I was never really on my phone, but over her shoulder was the basketball game I wanted to see, and over the bartender's shoulder was the hockey game I wanted to see.
Right.
So you guys tell me. I think this was pretty gosh darn smart. You know, I was able to.
very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
But did she catch on?
That's the question.
So good
Yeah.
question. Because as I'm looking at her, I'm trying to make eye contact with her,
Right.
but really I'm trying to look over her shoulder.
Right.
I know
to
that
see,
feeling.
like, you know,
Yeah. I know when you-
Jimmy
I know that
Butler's
feeling.
really hurt
There you
or
go.
whatever.
Right, hip contusion.
When
I mean,
you try and make it look like you're interested in what she's saying, but really you're like not paying attention.
So,
okay, and
Are
then,
you saying Cappy does that to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Does it
okay.
to all of us. We all do it to
Wow.
each other. You know?
and then I turn
When the
around,
Heat games are on.
and so now she's sitting to my right, but we're both facing forward.
That was a low blow. Honestly,
honestly, I don't think the only Heat game I've seen all season is the one
let's
that
not,
was
let's not
yesterday.
get into that. Let's not get
I
into
was
that. Let's
only
continue with Cap.
joking.
All right,
I was
so-
only
She watches
joking.
Cavs games every day.
Okay, let's just continue with Cap's story.
So I'm over her shoulder. I'm looking
Right.
at the game, but I'm kind of like making eye contact with her with my left eye, but my right eye is up on the game. Then I turn
So you
around.
got like split eye?
Total split eye. Then I turn around. I got a nice chicken dish in front of me.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Like
so
a
now-
chicken parm, or
No, it was more like a
Marcella?
not like a pollo asada sort of a chickeny plate, right? And so now I have a legitimate reason for looking forward.
Okay.
In which case now I
got
can
that.
Now how
focus
you look at the
on,
bar, though.
on the hockey game.
Right, but how are you looking at the bar?
Well, I'm
Because you're facing the bar.
I'm
Now,
facing.
did you
the
have
bar.
a cocktail, or you were just sparkling water?
Oh, soda water.
Okay, good job.
All right.
Hey, it's school night.
Being good.
Right.
Yeah.
So you tell me, George,
Yeah.
and DeMarco, please chime in. On a date night where it's my only night at home all week, we have a lot of things to discuss because it's a whole week we're not going to be together. But the games were very important to me. And she's like, another basketball game? I'm like, yeah, these are the playoffs. Wait, now you're adding hockey?
Oh.
Now,
wow.
Basketball games. I understand you want to watch the Laker game, but now you need to watch the Warriors and the Rockets, and now you're adding hockey.
She's saying this to you?
Yeah.
So you did know
Dick is
this.
already up.
Because
Yeah,
this,
done.
because on
Does
Saturday,
she know
when I
what
was-
you do for a living, Cap?
but I mean, but
That's a good point.
It is, but like Saturday when I was watching the Laker game in WrestleMania, she was like, "Wait, now you're watching wrestling?"
Well, I
too?"
mean, the wrestling I can get.
So
I
you-
would draw the line at WrestleMania.
All right, so I need
Okay,
some
that's
feedback. We've got a lady, we've got a bunch of gentlemen, we've got two guys that are married, we got a guy who almost died. Good guy, bad guy?
You got feedback there.
Smart.
I think you
that's
tried.
smart.
I think
Yeah.
you tried to thread the needle.
Yep.
And you didn't know how to do it all that well because she was onto your game. You thought you were being smart, and clearly you're not that smart.
Did you get busted?
Yeah, you got busted.
Did she complain?
She did not complain. And one of the things I left out of the story is when we first walked in, there was this couple sitting at the bar. I don't really know these folks. She does. And her son's best friend, this is the mom. So now it's like she's sitting next to me to my right, and her friend is sitting to her right.
Oh,
so
so
now the
she's
two
also
of them
got,
are
like,
talking.
So there was godsend.
So I know,
but you got to
right?
understand, they like group activity.
But what
so
a
that worked out.
godsend, though. She's got someone to talk to.
Right, but
DeMarco didn't get it.
And then when they were,
I got it.
And then
Okay.
when they left, when the other couple left, I was like, "Hey, where you going?
You should see.
The game's not over
Cap,
yet.
you got to buy them stuff. You got to send.
Well, that's
food
tough
down
for Cappy.
so they can't go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's got like the.
I should have.
She's probably
That's
had
okay.
Did she have the card last night, or did you?
No, I had
Next time, you got
So
to
I
send
should
them
have said
food.
to them, "Hey, can I get you guys a beer? Don't leave.
Yeah.
Have another beer."
Yeah.
But
after dinner,
bottle
like,
of wine.
You did what you had to
nachos,
do, right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
Did not do what I needed to do after dinner.
Failed miserably.
I was full. I was tired.
So you didn't do that?
I did not do that.
What about this morning?
Even this morning, I didn't do that.
Oh, wow. That's weird for you, Cappy.
Very weird. Especially when you only have one night
That's
a week.
why you touched this font. See, right there.
Well, that I didn't know that
I really
going in.
appreciate it.
That's why.
I needed
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
How were you with Convo? Were you including her?
How do you
Were
think he was?
I'm asking. How did you do?
Like, she would say something to me like, well, we'll see, because, her son's visiting the University of Arizona this week. And she's like, well, we'll see if he really likes Arizona. And I was like, wow, Steph Curry, I'm really surprised.
Oh, no. Okay.
I had him on my prize picks. And then she would say, well, maybe he likes Boise State. And then I would say something like, wow, the Kings really have taken a commanding lead here.
That's bad.
I wonder if
Okay.
Sedano's still there. So, like, I really tried. But with all these games right now, it's kind of
You've done it. We've had to do it. You've had to go out and watch games, so you got to be invested.
Except
in the
my wife
combo.
understands what I do for a living.
But you got to go at least 50-50.
And unlike
right?
DeMarco and Cap, Sedano's not divorced. So he obviously knows how to do it.
I mean, Rachel knows what I do. But
grenade. But you got to come up to like 70-30 sometime.
No, I give you complete credit, Cap. I feel like.
Wait, but whoa. Do you this is a bad example, DeMarco, because Sedano, you made NFL money. But DeMarco, Sedano makes a lot of money. So I think Kelly is cool.
She's happy.
Cappy is not at the Sedano level.
She
to where
likes
it
sports too.
Yeah, she's into it.
So it's a little different where, like, I'll watch a game and she may be doing something and kind of listening to it in the background, but she will, like, if something cool happens, she'll look up. You know what I mean? Like,
but on
can't
date,
involve
but
the
it's
kids.
date night though,
Right.
Right.
And
It was
only
date night.
Mateo.
date night and
Specific date night.
and
Yeah.
only one night this week.
Okay,
Because I'm
right.
gone. I'm literally gone all week. I had one night
She
at
was
home.
looking forward to date night, and you tried to mix
Cap,
both.
I think
Okay.
it's fine,
And
I
still no
feel
heat.
like if she is upset about it, then
I don't think she's upset.
okay. Well, then I think you
Sounds like
you
she's
deserve,
annoyed.
You can
it's-
always make it up.
I'm just trying to
You
gauge.
deserve credit, Cap.
you know,
I don't think there's anything wrong with what you did.
Smart.
In fact, I commend you, because if I were her, I'd be like, yo, that's nice of you that you wanted to, like, even though you needed to watch these games for work, you still made it work.
Remember
That's what I'm
the Marshawn Lynch that when the Seahawks threw it instead of giving it to Lynch and they threw a pick? So Harbaugh had the greatest explanation. It was the right call, horrible execution. Oh no, horrible result. Right call, horrible result. Right call, horrible result.
Yeah, Malcolm Butler stepped in.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's
you
what
messed
happened
it
here.
up. Yeah. Great
right.
call. You just didn't do it right.
All right.
Yeah, you're good.
Listen, that's not so bad. I wasn't sure how this was going to go. I didn't know where the court of public opinion would come down.
Yeah.
Right
Well,
there
you do
with
it
it.
again.
I mean, I had no issue with it, but I mean, you got a KYP, man. Know your personnel.
No, he didn't do that.
No,
the
you didn't.
There was no.
Well, you do it
KYP.
again, Cap.
I wouldn't cut off
KYP.
WrestleMania.
You
though.
were
Petroleum
you
of
were
any
wondering
kind.
where I was going with that for a
the
half
KY,
second.
I had no idea.
For a half second.
KYP.
When I said it and I saw your reaction, I knew exactly where you were why you were starting to get surprised.
That's dope.
You understand we're children.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
4:29 as we broadcast live from the Rams draft headquarters in Van Nuys at the Air Operations. Man, we covered a lot of draft
Come
there.
on.
The Rams have the 26th pick tonight.
Well, the draft hasn't even started yet.
Well, it starts in a few
long?
minutes.
All right, let's start talking draft.
Well, at 4:30 we got the guest.
Well, we could do a little we got
Yeah.
Tinder, and then 4:45 we can do a little pre-draft.
Well, no,
And-
we got something else here.
And the
at
chef
4:30.
is coming out.
We got the chef.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the chef.
from
Oh, so no
Ospey.
pre-draft.
You
So
know?
5 o'clock, and we're going 30 minutes commercial free, so we can go real draft.
And that'll be as the draft rolls out.
Yeah, really
Number one
grow.
pick, will Cam Ward go to the Titans?
He's going to the
Then
Titans. And
what are the
Travis
Browns
Hunter's
going to do?
going.
What are the Giants going to do? There could be some
they're
trade
not
activity.
taking anyone else. They've already.
No, they have to take him.
There could be trade activity.
They don't have to.
Well, they have
Speaking
2
of
picks in the first round.
You don't have to do
And by the
anything.
way, there's rumblings
The
that the
Browns,
Rams
don't
could be
they?
trading at 26.
The Browns don't have 2 picks in the first round?
don't-
Oh, no, that's right. All 32 teams have a first round.
If they traded, they could. That's what she's saying. If they trade that second pick, you can get 2 guys in the first round.
2 guys.
Yeah.
I think they're dumb if they trade the second pick.
You can get your guy and a quarterback in
Uh-huh.
one
Big
in
trust.
one
It
round.
depends how far you trade down.
True.
DeMarco Far is here, the Rams Super Bowl champion. If you could hear him, Travis and DeMarco show, great show. Weekday mornings, it's 9 a.m. to noon.
Nice to hear you finally say that.
I mean, it's about time.
Well, as the head of content, I can still say that all the content's good, but I can still take a shot at them.
I mean, we all seem to really love the show.
No, you don't.
Yes,
When
I
do you listen?
I listen
You're
every
listening
day.
to that San Diego hack station.
No, I watch every day on YouTube.
Sedano's listening to his buddies in Miami.
No.
Anyway.
No.
Miami radio's terrible.
Oh, is it?
Oh, my God. Since Levitard and I left like 12 years ago.
Notice how he said Levitard
And I. I'm
What about
surprised you even put Levitard in.
Isn't Big Sills out there? No, never mind. Anyway, 4:30, we're live here.
This was
LA
Cappy
afternoon,
for a long time.
afternoon drive takeover. Fun and frivolity will continue as our draft day continues right here on 710 ESPN.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
After 30 years and more than 20,000 transactions, Seller's Advantage knows how to get you more for your home.
No agent fees, no commissions, just an as-is cash offer.
Call Seller's Advantage or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Los Angeles, game day is here. Whether you're watching courtside or couch side, fuel up with the fire-grilled flavor of El Pollo Loco. Their famous fire-grilled chicken marinated in citrus and spices cooked over an open flame. It's the perfect play for your taste buds. From their fan-favorite chicken tostadas to fire-grilled family meals that feed your whole squad, El Pollo Loco has you covered. Get in the game with El Pollo Loco because great flavor is always a slam dunk. El Pollo Loco. Order today at elpolloloco.com.
Hey, Southern California, I'm Ty Pennington, the home guy. Teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Sedano Kap broadcasting live from the draft headquarters for the Los Angeles Rams. We are your home of Los Angeles Rams football, 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, We usually play a TV theme, but we had no OTT theme.
Alf.
So we went with Alf because...
Hey, Willie!
Exactly. Hey, Willie! We love Alf. I recently got into an Alf thing on Peacock. Yeah, he used to eat the cat.
You got into a what?
He would try to eat the cat. He never actually ate the cat.
I don't think he ever ate the cat. He tried to.
He tried every day.
I do. Is that...
No, it's not a euphemism.
Okay,
He really tried to eat the cat.
he ate the cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I recently,
my bad.
I recently went down an Alf rabbit hole on Peacock.
A rabbit hole?
Yeah.
I would love to go back on Peacock to see Alf try to eat the cat.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
I
amazing.
can't believe you would even use such a phrase.
Eat the cat?
No,
I don't
rabbit
think he
hole.
means that.
Because of Otis the rabbit?
You know that this guy is like a rabbit dad. You know,
I
know, like a lot of people think that people who have cats are weirdos.
Yeah.
Okay. Chrissy here.
I love Otis the bunny.
Has a bunny.
Good for the bunny.
Well, I've suggested that when the bunny dies.
Whoa!
Why are you killing the bunny?
Come on.
Okay, let's.
Well, I just suggested that when that happens.
All right, you know what? Let's go to Radio Tinder. Take it away, Lindsay.
Well, hold on.
Let's
I
do
got to do the billboard.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Hernandez.
You can
The
follow
crazy
her at
Hernandez
Lindsay
brothers.
Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our new sponsor, the Crazy Hernandez Brothers at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, stop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR, F-L-O-O-R.
You should have a video of Rachel thanking the Crazy Hernandez brothers.
Or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. So what?
Crazy Hernandez brothers.
But they're taking care of you, but Rachel was mad.
No, she wasn't mad. She just was like,
Scott, you don't know things.
She's like, I'll do my thing. I'm like, no, babe. The Hernandez brothers are going to help us save a lot of money, and they're going to get us great product. And now
Wholesale. No sale beats wholesale, homeboy.
Scott, bring DeMarco home with you.
And now Steven Hernandez has quoted me my price, and I'm telling you right now, he beat the best price by like 35%.
There you go.
And got us a much better
Because
product.
no sale beats wholesale, homeboy. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. Go to HernandezWholesale.net for more information online.
Hernandez Wholesale Flooring.
Flooring.net.
Meanwhile, take it away, producer Lindsay.
All right, guys, so obviously we're here for the draft. The NFL draft red carpet was happening over the past 30 minutes, whatever. And I couldn't help but notice that Ashton Genty arrived rocking bedazzled Crocs. And now DeMarco just pointed it out to me. So not only did I have this tab saved, now he pointed it out, and he looks like he has thoughts on it. So I want to ask you guys, would you ever wear Crocs, especially in this setting? Swipe left or swipe right? Cappy, you go first.
So I've never had Crocs. I've never
Crocs
worn
are comfortable.
Crocs. I've never had
They
them.
are comfortable.
But I do like, even though they look kind of a little weird, I do like a competitive product, if I'm being honest. They're called Stand Plus. Take a look at these right here, Georgie. So you see those shoes right there? I rock these all the time.
That's not really a Croc.
It's not a Croc? You wouldn't call?
It's Crockett, Jason.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good-looking shoe.
It's like for people who like try to tell people like, hey, where do you live? Yeah, I live like, Beverly Hills adjacent.
Over
and
there.
It's
Like Mace does with Venice?
and it's like Beverlywood.
Oh, gotcha.
That's like Beverlywood.
Yeah, well, these are great shoes, and they're really good for standing.
Nothing
all
wrong
day.
with Beverlywood. It's a beautiful neighborhood,
is
but
nice.
it's not Beverly Hills.
Okay.
How about Crocs, though? Crocs.
I don't
straight
have
up
Crocs. Never had any Crocs. Kids like the Crocs. I don't
I have a
Crocs.
pair of Lightning McQueen Crocs.
Oh, yeah, didn't you get the...
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
They're very comfortable.
George, Crocs, yes. no?
Yeah, in.
Oh, he's
Swipe
a
right.
Croc guy.
How about you, DeMarco?
I can't draft a guy wearing Crocs.
Oh.
Well, no, I wouldn't wear them for the draft, but I'm okay with a Croc.
If he busts out, right? If this guy busts out,
You're
going to
blame the Crocs.
If I spend a top 5 pick on this guy and he busts out, you're going to fire me based on the fact that he's wearing Crocs on draft day.
Okay.
You can't be rocking Crocs on draft
Okay,
day.
I can
I'm
understand
I'm
that.
all the way. I would rock them, though, at home.
Okay.
Yeah, even the bedazzled ones. But I can't draft
You
a
would
guy
wear
wearing
bedazzled Crocs?
In the house, absolutely.
Well,
You've never
why
seen
would
it.
you
My
need
daughter
them
has
bedazzled?
bedazzled
Yeah,
Crocs.
why would you bedazzle?
You know,
But they're in the house.
If somebody gave me bedazzled Crocs, I'd wear them. They are
Okay.
comfortable.
My 10-year-old, she's got them. She
There
loves
you
them.
go. See, I'd wear them.
I mean, I don't know if they're like bedazzled per se, but they've got like stuff on them.
If the Lakers drafted a guy wearing bedazzled Crocs, you'd be upset.
What do you think about the bedazzled Crocs with my Elton John Dodger uniform?
There you go. See?
That would have worked.
Yeah, but you were in stirrups that day, right?
Take it away, Linz.
All right, so last night during
Socks.
Stunned him.
The socks.
during the Rockets
Yes,
Warriors
you're right.
game.
Yeah.
Ready?
Let's just move on.
I didn't say anything wrong.
Let's just move on.
Go ahead, Wins.
Okay, so last night during the Rockets Warriors
Hold
game,
on, time out. Sorry.
That's okay.
Cappy,
we just have a guest coming up, so I want to know if
on
we,
my
if we
no, but
need
you'll
to-
like this too. Cappy, you just retweeted Kevin Demoff live on Sedano and Cap. That was like an hour ago.
So what?
Why'd you retweet it now?
Here's why. I have a strategy. Here's why.
He was on an hour ago.
True.
Been a long hour.
But let me ask you a question. The video right now is live, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just retweeting to get more people to keep watching.
No, I get that, but they post new videos with new titles all the time.
I just saw that one.
Go ahead, Linz.
Okay, so during the Rockets-Warriors game, there was some NSFW chants that broke out for Draymond. Bleep you, Draymond. And Steve Kerr was asked about it in the post game, and I'm gonna play his comments for you guys real quick.
It's not ideal when a crowd is, chanting "F you, Draymond." It's just I don't know. I mean, it did in Boston a few years ago in the finals. It is what it is. He's been around forever. He's an instigator. He's always going to be in the mix, and because of his career, his championships, his fire, he's going to be a lightning rod, and that's all part of it. I would prefer, if fans could use a little more discretion and remember that the guy has kids, and it's like there's kids. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school, but I'm all for the fans cheering for their team, and if they want to yell at the opponents, great. But I don't know. I just think "FU" it's a little much.
So do you guys agree with Steve Kerr here?
I mean, I do, but I would also say you're being a little Pollyannish there if you expect fans to do that, especially considering the source, okay? I love Draymond. You and I were legitimately having a conversation about Draymond before the show.
Yes.
And I was telling you, I enjoy dealing with Draymond. He is, when it's one-on-one like that in those settings, incredibly professional, always does what you need him to do. But he said it. He's an antagonist, okay? So because of that, you're going to get a reaction. He also eggs on the fans plenty of times, too. So as much as I love Steve, I got to swipe left on this.
Kerr played with Dennis Rodman. Can he calm down a little bit? Come on.
Right. But he's got to protect his guy. Like, I get what he's doing.
That part of it I get. But, but I'm going to swipe left.
But it's not realistic.
I'm going to say this. Hey, listen, I love Steve Kerr. I really do. But, bro, you're talking about Draymond.
Right.
He is the villain of the league.
And he embraces that.
He's played that role. He wants to play that role. There is a physical altercation during the game that he's in the middle of. And guess what? Wow, they're using the F word. Ooh, first time everybody's heard it. This is the same guy who punched out his teammate.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on, Steve. Really? Like, it's that big of a deal? Concentrate on winning games, not what the fans are screaming.
Whoa.
Wow.
How about that?
That was a hard take.
That was a hard
I'm going to tell him you said that on Saturday.
Please do.
Can you clip that, DeAndre?
Yeah.
I'm going to have it on my phone. I'm like, hey, Steve, this is what Cappy said about you.
And make sure you tell him it was me and show him my picture. He'll be like, that little mother effer.
No, wait till I see him in San Diego.
Because all of our kids went to high school together, right? He'll know.
Yeah.
I think I'd go right. I think he's right. That's a little strong.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but Draymond.
Plus, you forget that he is a dad with small kids.
I get it.
I like it when a head
But
coach
I'd also
stands up
say
for
it's
a
just
guy.
not realistic.
I'm going to talk to him like a father.
Okay, I'll give you for instance, right? When the
Kicked
Rams,
LeBron in the Schwans.
the
Come
Rams
on.
went back to Detroit and Stafford went back, it was overboard. Now, I've heard some wild things come off the sidelines, but not like that. And the thing that got me is it was a bunch of kids, too, doing what their parents were doing. So sometimes.
They live in Detroit. Come on.
I'm
They're
just
tough
saying,
kids.
sometimes it's a little overboard, so I'm swiping right.
Listen, man, I saw LeBron's first game back in Cleveland. Okay?
Ugly.
Nothing is worse than that. Okay? Like, literally the stuff that was written on those signs there and some of the stuff that was said there, some of the stuff that was done, nothing is worse than that. I agree with Steve overall. It's probably not ideal. And he's got to protect his guy. It's just not realistic.
Yeah, does he have a problem if everybody was screaming that about a referee that just called a foul on one of his players? Or is he okay with the language when that happens?
I'm sure he's not okay with.
Whoa! That's back-to-back hot takes.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I'm very annoyed by Steve Kerr right now.
I would imagine.
Yeah,
I would
him.
imagine he's not okay with that.
I love him, but this is all over the F word, really?
Would you say that at the game?
Oh, hell to the yeah.
He was booing during the Canadian national anthem. 4:45, quarter before 5 p.m. We are live from the Rams draft headquarters at Air Operations in Van Nuys. We're getting ready for the NFL draft to get underway at the top of the hour in Green Bay. Rams are on the board at 26 Will they trade? Will they not?
Well, let me talk about Jacob Imrani here first, Chris, before we move on to talk draft and all sorts of other stuff here. Again, we're here at the Air Ops hangar here for LAFD. The Rams are conducting their draft here. But let me tell everyone about our friend Jacob Imrani. First of all, you get into an accident, you call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 send you. And if you get injured in an Uber or Lyft accident, ain't nobody better than Jacob in these situations, okay? Because it's completely different than a normal wreck. Your driver's covered by Uber or Lyft, so not only are you dealing with the other person's insurance, you got to speak to the rideshare company's insurance as well. You don't want to deal with this on your own. You're a third wheel in this situation. The insurance company just wants to give you a quick payment, so you go away. You need an expert, and that's why Jacob's here. An expert when it comes to Uber and Lyft accidents. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. Years ago, Jacob and his team took on these cases before all the other attorneys started to try to do it. He understands the nuances of these particular cases. So if you're injured in any type of rideshare accident, call an attorney who's respected, and that's my guy Jacob because he's the real deal. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Visit him online at calljacob.com, or if you or a loved one, by the way, have been injured or lost property due to the recent wildfires, call Jacob for a free case evaluation as well, and together we will rebuild.
We are your home of Los Angeles Rams football. We're all over the NFL draft, which is getting underway in just a few moments right here on 710 ESPN. We are back in just a few minutes live from Van Nuys on ESPN LA.
After Olivier's first MLS goal last weekend, the Black and Gold return to BMO Stadium Sunday.
From 20 yards out. Giroud with the left instead, and it's in! It's Olivier's first in MLS!
Giroud, Lloris, Bouanga, and the Black and Gold.
Gear up for a Sunday evening battle from downtown LA.
Oh, Olivier! He drops to his knees and implores the heavens!
Los Angeles Football Club versus St. Louis City SC.
Coverage starts Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Two LA comedy legends unite to bring it home.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Jokoy.
One night only, March 21st, 2026, SoFi Stadium.
The food, the culture, the people,
The vibe, the energy. This is Gabe's home, and this is my home.
it's LA. So you better believe the two of us are going to bring our A-plus game and then some.
Tickets on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com.
Jokoy. Gabriel Iglesias.
SoFi Stadium.
Are you kidding me?
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. A jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599 right now and get 50% off installations with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
Drive, Sedano Kap broadcasting live from the draft headquarters for our Los Angeles Rams, your home of it, right here on 710 ESPN. On this day back in 2012, Cappy, the Beach Boys began their 50th anniversary tour. When's your 50th anniversary tour?
Well, you know, it's funny you ask because this upcoming, not this weekend, next weekend, at Beach Life Festival in Redondo, the Beach Boys are playing on Sunday night.
Really?
Yeah, I may go see them.
I saw them a few years ago at the Bowl. It was amazing.
Yeah, I remember when you spent a fortune.
Yeah, I did spend a fortune. We don't have to go there. 11 minutes away from the NFL draft getting underway in Green Bay. Rams have the 26th pick. Will they trade it or not? We'll talk about it in just a few moments. But now, Cappy, it's time for you to rave about the tuna sandwich today.
I mean, Georgie.
Tara Kelly's here, the head caterer for OSPI, is joining us
in
here.
Venice.
And the thing is, Tara, is we were talking to Kevin Demoff. He's actually the president of the team.
He's the best.
He's a great guy. and we were all talking football and, guy stuff, right? And I said, dude, it was such a cool idea to get like a really fancy restaurant with great chefs to bring all this food for all these firefighters.
Did he say his idea?
No, I mean Kevin's idea.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing.
Come on, DeMarco, let him get his thoughts.
I can't stop bragging about the tuna sandwich. I mean, it's just a tuna sandwich, but the freaking thing was unbelievable.
I am so happy to hear that. It's my favorite sandwich by far. So good. And it is. It's so nice to be able to cook for the firefighters especially. They've been trying to help us all day long. They're the sweetest people in the world. They deserve it, I feel like, more than anyone, especially after everything that's happened in LA.
So how did this all come about that you guys got involved with this today?
Yeah, so Kevin Demoff usually has us at Taste of the Rams every year, which is a wonderful, wonderful event. And we get to work with LA Food Bank and feed everybody there. So he knows our chef, Jackson Kap, pretty well. And he was like, why don't you come on over and cook some pasta and sandwiches and chicken parm and all that good stuff for us today.
Chicken parm. Now, hold on a second.
So is that the dinner serving later, as you mentioned? or
Because dinner's in like 40 minutes here.
Yeah.
I think about 40 minutes.
Is there chicken parm involved here?
Oh,
There is chicken parm.
Oh, my goodness.
You got us a chicken parm.
Chicken
That's it.
parm, really? What else is going on? I'm curious.
We've got,
Curious.
people like to say it's the best kale salad in LA.
Oh, I love kale salad.
So good.
Okay.
We've got spicy rigatoni.
Oh,
with vodka
rigatone.
sauce.
You are a spicy rigatoni
Yes,
guy,
sir.
Cap.
Yes, I am.
Did you just say rigatone?
Si.
See, there we go. You're set. It's going to be
Grazie.
so good. We've got some spaghetti pomodoro.
Ooh.
It's going to be a good dinner. And then we've got a crispy provolone later tonight.
Crispy.
Oh, my. I'll tell you
vodka
something.
sauce.
DeMarco, what are you doing after the show?
Eating.
Yeah, no, let's hang here
Sitting
and
here.
watch the rest of the draft.
Eating.
Like, I'm
Yes.
not going anywhere.
Yes.
I'm hanging here.
How did you get into making food, to cooking, to getting into this? How did you get here?
Yeah, so Chef Jackson Kap, he's our chef. We own 7 restaurants here in the Southern California area, and he was on Top Chef. He's such an incredible chef, and he was amazing enough to hire us on and help build out his catering business, his restaurant business, and we're just really happy to be here.
What are those 7 restaurants? I mean, obviously Ospi, as we talked about. What are the other 6?
Yeah, so we've got James in El Segundo, which was his first restaurant. We also just opened up a Mexican place called Jaime Taqueria. So good, also in El Segundo. We've got an Ospi in Brentwood, Costa Mesa, Venice. And we have one coming in Montecito next week.
Oh, wow.
We're also catering Beach Life next week.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
The South
Actually,
Bay.
can I come
All
in
right.
with you guys? Because I still haven't
Yes.
gotten tickets or anything yet.
We'll be artist catering if you want to meet the Beach Boys.
I do. I want to meet Lenny Kravitz on Friday night.
That's what my chef
Okay.
said, too.
Yeah. So I'll
Yeah.
carry in the chicken parm.
There it
There you
is.
go.
Man doesn't miss.
Love
Yes.
it. He's there. And then we've got Gemma in Hollywood.
Ah,
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So
Tara.
fun.
Some of these guys can really cook back there, though, these firefighters. This
They
is all they
can.
do. Yeah.
They have all said to us independently today that they're like, I'm the chef of the group. And they all got their chops. They've been helping us all day long.
I love it.
They're so nice.
So that tuna sandwich is on the menu?
Enough with the
yeah,
tuna
it's on the
sandwich.
menu.
It's on the menu?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
chef.
All right. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go to the one in Venice. I'm going to go to the
Yes.
one in Venice. And then
Please come.
I'm going to get the tuna sandwich.
Now, is the tuna sandwich at any of the other locations, or the
It is.
restaurants?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
look
We've
at that.
got it.
So you don't have to go all the way to Venice.
Does it come in a platter with like 35 of them like that?
Only if you want to. If we want to cater it, I can deliver it direct to your door.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
We're going to have them come bring stuff to the station, I think.
Anytime you want. We'll
Yeah.
talk to Tara.
All right.
Off the air.
Yep. We're going to do that.
I got you.
It doesn't have to be negotiated on the air.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
They should know. The
Yeah.
people should know.
Yeah. They should.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate you hanging out with us and telling us about the great things you guys are doing and collaborating with here with the LAFD, with the Rams. And again, Osprey just doing a fantastic job catering us today. Cappy's tuna sandwich, my turkey sandwich, and obviously some chicken parm a little later.
No doubt.
Amongst
Can't
many
wait.
other things. So thank you again, Tara.
Yeah. Pomodoro.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Rigatoni.
All right, let's take a break. The draft is about to start. We're going to get right into it.
We're going to go on the board, Cappy.
Oh, let's
All
do
right,
it.
Let's find out what happens with the first pick, if it truly is Cam Ward. That's coming up next.
And it is a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. This is your cue to call caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN. You're in the house to experience the NBA playoffs unlike anything you've ever done before. Lakers Game 3 tomorrow night at Cosm. You want to be there? Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN on a Cosm Ticket Thursday. Thanks to our friends at Cosm Los Angeles. Get your tickets now. Go to Cosm.com. or win them all day long from ESPN LA.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Pizza City Fest returns to Los Angeles at LA Live on Saturday, April 26th and Sunday, April 27th. The festival offers a stellar lineup of Southern California's best pizza makers in one location, giving fans the unique opportunity to taste, see live demos, and attend panel discussions with culinary experts over 2 days at LA Live. Get more info and buy tickets now at LALive.com/Pizza City Fest LA. Once again, that's LALive.com/Pizza City Fest LA.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news and stats to placing bets in just a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code JOEQ to get started today. That's JOEQ, JOEQ. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Far.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
Last week, I told you I saw those 2 huge snakes,
Big snakes
on my walk,
yeah.
right? Honestly, it freaked me out.
Yeah.
Like they were really big snakes, and they were both rattlesnakes, and I got very close to one of them before I actually saw
size of dried salami.
Huge. They were big snakes.
Yeah, wow.
So yesterday, I'm getting ready to go for my walk, and I'm like, you know what? I'm over it. The willies have passed.
Okay.
I'm going to go back on this trail again. And so I'm heading to the trail. There's another one. I was within, from the distance that you and I are sitting apart from each other before I saw it, it was the exact same color as the pavement.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, no, bro, I'm not going back on that trail.
You got to know, or wear boots. I know what to do.
I can't go for my walk in boots. Look,
yeah, you can.
I can't. No.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. It's 5 p.m. in the Southland.
Turn it up, man.
Time to blow that 5 o'clock whistle with Sedano and Cappy.
That's right, it's the 5 o'clock hour on Sedano and Cap. And it's time for 30 minutes non-stop.
Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
With fun and frivolity, tomfoolery and hijinks, and Cappy doing his thing, thanks to our friends at Real Father's Rights. Real Father's Rights, the father's rights attorney.
Visit RFR710.com or call 833-ESPN-710.
Let's do it, 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of non-stop Sedano and Cap starts now.
You ready for this? And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack!
Yeah.
Wow, a minute early, 4:59. We're never early.
Never.
Sedano and Cap.
Well, we are early when someone takes some time off.
Oh.
Not out of pocket.
Wow.
Only when
that was
he's
you,
not out of
Cappy.
pocket.
Sedano and Cap broadcasting live. NFL Draft Day. Day number 1, we are live from the Rams draft headquarters.
On a Starburst?
Air Operations in Van Nuys, the hangar.
Waiting for chicken parm.
Chicken parm's coming from
What
our friends
Starburst
at Osby
isn't
in
gonna
Venice.
kill you?
No, that's true.
It is about to get underway, Cappy. In Green Bay, we are
Dark?
seeing the ESPN feed right now. 2025 NFL Draft. I don't want a Hershey dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
I might have some.
Dark chocolate.
You see, I brought
Milk
you
chocolate's for little kids.
Well, now I have to change the dark chocolate because of the sodium. What's
but it's
coming
so
in?
good, right?
Is that a plane coming
No,
in?
I think there's a helicopter getting ready to land right on top of us here at Van Nuys.
Hopefully not the case.
Oh, that's good dark chocolate.
Yeah, you like that dark chocolate?
Yeah.
That is
I got one.
Tennessee Titans will be on the board with their number 1 pick, most likely Cam Ward. Then producer Lindsay's Cleveland Browns will have the 2nd overall pick. Travis Hunter is supposed to go 2. Then the New York Football Giants at 3. Will they trade?
Abdul Carter.
There is talk of a trade going on. Our very own at ESPN, Peter Schrager, reporting in his mock draft that the Rams at 26 could be trading with the Giants. Now, the Giants will keep their pick at 3, but then essentially trade picks. The Rams will move down into the 2nd round in exchange for that 26 pick.
But the Giants would buy back into the later part of the first round.
Right.
I actually don't think it's a bad idea for the Rams to not pick at 26.
Don't hate it.
26 is like, you're
You
gonna,
might as well go to the 2nd.
Right, you're going to get a player that, could help you.
Right.
Maybe not right away.
Right.
On the other hand, look, you might find an offensive lineman perhaps that you like, a cornerback
Well,
that
but
you
here's
like.
the thing. If you're trading with the Giants, they have the 35th pick. From
Right.
26 to 35. Is there really that big a difference?
Depends on who's there and what you're going after. I mean, so you have Stafford, you have Garoppolo. Do you have a quarterback of the future? What if you have a chance at a Jackson Dart at 26?
So that would send picks.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Or
34 and 99 would then go to the Rams via the Giants. They move down into the later parts of the draft.
I like more picks, period.
So do I.
Yeah,
Giants move up
more
and would, according to Schrager's mock draft, take Jackson Dart, the quarterback, at 26.
Okay,
Schrags.
But I'll say this. I mean, just hearing from people today as the day has gone on, everybody's talking about Shedeur Sanders falling and falling.
Now, DeMarco, you think he could fall big time?
He could be there at 26, and then you have a decision on your hands.
Okay, here's the thing. If Shedeur Sanders does not get taken by the Giants at 3, there's a lot of talk that Jackson Dart will get drafted at 9 by the Saints.
Right.
And then Dart would be off the board. And then Shedeur, people might think would come
fall
down
to
maybe 21 to the Steelers. But
right.
I will say I've been reading a lot in Pittsburgh because a lot of people think that Shedeur will fall to the Steelers.
But yeah, it's in Pittsburgh where they said they didn't like him.
And then yet there were a lot of people writing in Pittsburgh that he's all wrong. I actually think that if I could pick one coach who could actually really coach him,
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin would be that guy. Because Mike Tomlin, to me, would not be intimidated by his fame or his father's fame.
No.
So,
that's a good spot for him and a good coach.
I would agree.
But I will just say this. I all this talk about Shedeur falling, it's either going to be proven true, and he's going to turn into the story of this draft.
Oh, yeah.
The same way, remember when Aaron Rodgers got drafted?
He's already the story.
And he was falling and falling?
Yeah.
You're right. He is the story of the draft. Unless he does get drafted 3 overall by the Giants.
Then it's still a story, but not,
a huge story.
Not as big a story.
That they took a big
I
swing.
think we're ready. Or DeAndre, let us know when the commissioner just potted up. When the commissioner comes out,
just give us the
because we want to hear the amount of booing. Because you have PrizePicks money on the line.
10.5 seconds. I've got more than 10.5 seconds of booing.
Now it has to be in the initial entrance.
I think usually he comes out and he says, "Welcome to the draft," or there's booing before or after.
Are you serious?
Yeah, on PrizePicks, you can wager on.
Here he comes,
All right, here
and he's on a bicycle.
Oh, my God.
Oh, geez. Why is he on a bicycle?
Because that's how the Green Bay Packers do in training camp. All the players ride bikes.
Turn it up, D.
It's a Lambo thing.
It is a tradition unlike any other, if I may borrow the phrase from our friends at CBS.
Oh, this is a bad look.
Oh, my God.
This is not good for the booing.
He's now in show business.
He's definitely over with the boo because he's being booed this whole time, right?
Who are all these people on bikes that I can't see?
You've seen how Green Bay, the players get to camp. It's a community thing. They all ride bikes together.
And I think I recognize that fellow in the back there.
It's very politician-worthy.
Packers super fan Lil Wayne is here on a bike.
Oh, Lil Wayne in the house.
Oh, Lil Wayne at the NFL draft.
Lil Wayne came out on a bike.
So he can't go to the Super Bowl, but he can go to Green Bay.
Roger Goodell will open the proceedings for us here.
Former Ram Clay Matthews is there.
Yeah.
Let's hear the boos.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
Come on.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, welcome to the
Oh, that's
2020
close.
That's got to be close.
It's going to be close. I would say over.
I think
Yeah.
definitely have to do
More than 10.5 seconds of booing.
Well, he's about to make the NFL draft and put the Tennessee Titans on the clock at number 1. We'll
One
bring
quick
you
question.
that pick.
If Shedeur goes, to Pittsburgh, are you out of the Aaron Rodgers business if you're the Steelers?
Probably not.
Because that would be an interesting mix.
Okay, but let me just throw one thing at you because DeAndre asked a good question yesterday. Why would the Giants take Shedeur? And I'm not saying they will, but what if they do? Why would they? Think about the division. Think about who the quarterbacks are in that division. You've got Jaden Daniels now.
Right.
You've got Dak Prescott. Okay, and you've got Jalen Hurts. What do the Giants have? Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston. So in the future, does Shedeur Sanders project to be one of those types of quarterbacks, like Jalen Hurts, like Jaden Daniels, like Dak Prescott? If you don't have a quarterback in that division, you're screwed, just
100%.
like the Raiders have been screwed for all these years because they haven't had a quarterback.
DeAndre Rackham.
I'm a little surprised you put Dak Prescott in that list.
Like 5 hot takes in the last 20
He
minutes.
has. He's on fire. But Dak Prescott's in that list? I don't think anymore.
No, but
I mean, he's paid like one.
He's put
He is
up
paid
numbers.
like
Yeah.
But putting up numbers, what does that do for you?
I mean, he's put up numbers. He's pretty good.
The Eagles are Super Bowl champions, and
he's
the
not
Commanders
terrible.
are doing quite well.
I would agree.
He's not terrible.
But again, think about the
Might be
AFC
overpaid.
West.
Yeah.
Think about what you've had. You've had Mahomes, Justin Herbert, okay? Denver went out and got Bo Nix, and now the Raiders went and finally got themselves a quarterback, and he's not a star.
But that's what I don't know. I don't know if Shedeur is he the savior? Is he that good? I don't know.
Here's what I would say about
But I would
Shedeur.
spend the third pick. Yeah.
My thoughts on him as someone who watched him, and I don't know what I'm watching what I'm watching, right? Like you would know better. I look at a guy that played a little too much off schedule for my liking.
Holds the ball way too long.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, his offensive line was atrocious, right? Okay? Both years.
Yeah.
Little better this year, but definitely atrocious regardless. He tries to play a little bit like Caleb Williams did, except he's nowhere
Who
near
holds
the
the ball
athlete.
way too long.
But not
Right.
as good an athlete either.
No, right.
He needs, when he was at his best, he played like a Drew Brees or a Tua Tagovailoa where the ball was out quick. He's getting the ball out on time. Because he doesn't have the biggest arm, but he's very accurate when he throws the ball.
Here's what I hope he's coachable, because everything you said is exactly right. But he's going to need to be coached up in somebody's offense. So I hope he's coachable. I hope you can coach that out of him. But he gives up a lot of sacks.
Yeah.
He takes too many sacks. You cannot do this in that league or do that in this league. So I don't know if I'd spend a 3 on him. But I would spend the 26 pick on him or 21st.
PrizePicks has already posted that Roger Goodell was booed for 25 seconds.
I was gonna say, you definitely
25 seconds. So that's one win. Now what I need next is I need Travis Hunter to be drafted number 2. That'll be my second win. And here's my third play. My third play is one player drafted out of an HBCU.
Oh, wait, never mind. Just kidding.
Out of a what?
Out of an HBCU.
The Titans are on the clock now.
You're going to win.
Titans are on the
they're
clock.
officially on the
That's
clock.
what you said.
Officially on the clock. It's been 8
Well,
minutes.
you know, Lil Wayne
officially.
had to ride the bike
Yeah,
around
and he
on
was doing
stage.
I mean, for the love.
Commissioner's doing shtick
Do
out
they
there.
really need
The
all this
commissioner is
time
doing
to make
shtick.
these picks?
You should have made the pick.
Also,
you know who the pick's
if,
going to be.
if you're the Titans,
Yeah.
why screw around? Just go give him the thing, right?
Because we like theater.
I don't know.
Right,
The
show
National
business.
you
Football
know who it's
League.
going to
Show
be.
business.
Right.
It's a 10
It's a
minute
show on the road.
Yeah, you know who it's
The
going to be.
ratings for the draft tonight are going to be more than the entire other sports combined for their playoffs.
Oh,
Come on.
by the way, that's very funny you said that because here's the thing. Did anybody see last night Shaq and Kenny and Charles
They're
and
right.
Ernie? Tonight, the best game between the Clippers and the Nuggets is on NBA TV, whereas like the worst game between Oklahoma City and Memphis
That no one
is
wants
on
to watch,
TNT.
right.
So now you got to go look for that game. You got to try and find it. Now, a lot of obviously when you turn on a smart TV, it'll say, hey, here's the games that are trending or whatever. But still, to take the worst game and put it on the bigger network and take the crappy game and put it on, or excuse me, take the best
the other
game.
way around.
Right,
Here's
the
what
other way around.
Here's what I would say.
What would you say?
How does this work,
You
George?
tell us.
TNT, Turner makes that decision because they run NBA TV and obviously they run TNT.
So you're saying they're trying to get people to come to NBA TV by putting the better game on?
I think that what's happening here is that everyone has realized. Now we were not as late to this game because we were putting OKC on ESPN and ABC a lot in the second half of the season. But I think maybe what's happening is they're realizing, hey, OKC is going to be around for a long time during these playoffs. We probably should have them on the big channel more often so people become more familiar with them because we're going to have to air them more times.
Cam Moore just picked up his phone.
Did he
really?
Okay.
Yeah. And he's actually there at the draft.
I would say that out of all the games, that's the one series I don't even have to watch, nor do I have any desire to watch.
I agree. I do think that, but that is a Turner-based decision.
I just think.
But you don't think, like, your thought is that they're putting Oklahoma City on TNT.
Because they know they're going to have to put them on the next round again, too.
See, my thought is that the reason that they put the better game on the lesser channel is to get eyeballs on the lesser channel.
Drive you there.
Maybe.
No, you don't buy that, huh?
Well, don't they kind of group them all together when they do the ratings? You know, like
no, because they're on different channels, so no, it doesn't work that way. But the and also they're on different. They may be on different tiers too on cable. Anyway, this is way too.
Are you guys watching that game? Show of hands, yes or no? Are you watching the OKC game?
I mean, I'll probably watch both. Yeah,
no, I'm watching the Clippers and the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought George earlier today you sent something interesting in our group chat. Speaking of Cam Ward, about how when Cam Ward was deciding to go to Miami.
Oh, yeah, it was a story in The Athletic, I believe.
So here's a story, DeMarco. I don't know if you heard about this or not. So the story goes that when Cam Ward is trying to decide if he's going to go to Miami.
Well, remember, he was talking about going pro last year.
Right, but he wasn't going to be the number one overall pick.
Right.
And he says to Mario Cristobal, the coach, and all the coaches who are on the phone, he's on the other end of the phone, he says, Coach, listen, before I come to Miami, I need you to send me a list. I need every coach, every trainer, every strength coach, every employee in the cafeteria,
janitors.
I need to know I need to know every name of every person that supports the University of Miami football
and
program.
a picture, right?
And I need a photo of them. So they send this all to Cam Ward, and Cam Ward says, "Okay, guys, I'm coming." The coaches are all high-fiving each other and celebrating, and the next day, Cam Ward and his family pack up his crap, I guess, from Washington, and they drive cross-country to go to Miami.
Yeah.
By the time he gets there, he knows every assistant coach. He knows every janitor's name. He knows every support staff person's name. He studied the entire time.
The people were coming to the coaching staff, surprised that he already knew who they were.
So So he was a pro in that.
That's very mature.
Yeah. And so when I hear that story, and then this is what I've been telling George all year long, that the reason I loved Cam Ward more than Shedeur Sanders is watching the two of them work out together last year and having Cam Ward, the kid who wasn't recruited out of high school, who went to Incarnate Word, whatever that is, to Washington State, to Miami, and he's telling Shedeur Sanders, you don't work out hard, you don't do this, you're entitled. Like, I'm having to work for everything. I don't have a dad who's getting this for me. I'm working hard, you're not. Like, and it was video that we could see and hear.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And to me, I was like, that's my guy. That's
like
my
that.
quarterback.
You like that. I don't know who's going to be the better quarterback.
That's right.
Quarterback.
Quarterback.
But that's a guy I would definitely take. But that was the determining factor if he got the pictures.
No, it was a done deal.
Oh, it was a done deal.
He said to them, and then he said, by the way, I'm coming. But I
send
need
me
this
pictures.
from you.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I mean, that's what pros do.
But I mean, like, if you go to a fancy hotel, I'll give you an example.
But, to Cappy's point, most 20-year-old kids don't do that.
I don't think Shedeur Sanders would do that.
No.
I don't think he would care.
If you go to a fancy hotel.
The pick is in, by the way.
Okay.
The Titans
really?
pick is
Okay.
in.
The pick is in.
I'm going to make an example here.
By the way, on
Fancy
ESPN
hotel.
right now,
Hold
they're
on.
doing comps to Cam Ward with Patrick Mahomes.
Well,
he's got some of that to his.
a lot of these
lofty.
analysts say that he can make the throws that Mahomes can make.
Maybe it's body type and how he plays.
And how he moves.
Yeah.
And he can zip the ball in there.
Yeah. I mean, but that's still lofty.
A Miami Hurricane quarterback has not gone number one since 1987. The great Vinny Testaverde.
Oh, really? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I love Vinny Testaverde.
Warner Browns player. by the way.
That's right, he did. Well, he went from Browns. He was in the Browns to Ravens transition.
Yeah.
You know who the coach was? I know you probably know. You know who the coach was when Vinny Testaverde was playing for the Browns?
Wasn't it Belichick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job, Georgie.
Yeah, he fired my dad.
Belichick fired
No
your dad.
way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Greeny looks good tonight on ESPN. He looks good.
Does he
Good
really?
suit.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you see if your dad can get a job with the University of North Carolina football program?
That's a great idea.
You know, throw that out.
Tell
there.
Billy owes him.
My dad's pretty much retired. He
Hey.
works one day a week.
Tell him to talk to Belichick's 24-year-old
Wait.
girlfriend.
Okay.
You don't know why he got fired, though.
That is
He,
true.
he basically fired everyone that he didn't know when they moved. He was like, hey, we're moving. What do you do? Oh, I do your radio broadcast. And he's like, oh, well, we don't need you anymore.
Sounds like Nico Harrison.
Why would the head coach be involved in that?
I don't know.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I would.
The pick is
I
in.
have so many stories about Nick Saban when he got to the pros.
Oh, yeah?
Who also worked on that same staff.
He was the defensive coordinator, yes.
He learned it from Bill.
Pretty much.
Man, I'll tell you what. Green Bay.
They turned out, didn't they?
It is.
Yeah.
Well,
insane.
yeah. I mean,
and it's cold out there, apparently, so it's popping.
But it's funny because, like, when you go and you have the draft in a place where people want to go, that but I guess Green Bay is kind of like
an
football
iconic
nirvana.
place.
Make the announcement of the first pick in this 2025
Here we go.
National
Here is the
Football
commit.
League draft. There
The
he
number
is.
one
We
overall
see him.
pick.
Here comes the commissioner. The pick is in.
Screening.
Number 1.
Boom again.
Come on.
They are
With the
booing.
first pick
So he said, come
in
on.
the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cameron Ward, quarterback, Miami.
All right.
Good for Cam.
All is as it should be.
The Browns are now on the clock.
The Miami Hurricane. And yes, producer Lindsay Baseball's Cleveland Browns are on the clock at number 2.
I love
They're
this
trading it?
We've got a trade?
Oh, Jesus.
I wanted a trade in the top 3, and we got it.
Schefter says the Browns are trading the number 2 overall pick to 4th round pick and 6th round pick to the Jaguars.
Who's reporting that?
Schefter.
Oh, Schefter's
Yes.
reporting
Say it one
it.
more time.
It is a final.
So they're getting the 5th pick.
Yes,
the Browns
right.
have
The Browns are
traded that
trading
number
down.
2
You
pick.
know what?
Wait a second.
You got
This
one
is
of the picks.
interesting.
This is not for air.
No, but this is interesting because if the Browns trade
That means
back
they're not
to
going to
5,
get Travis Hunter.
but they might get Shedeur Sanders.
Who cares? I don't want Shedeur. I want
Would they
Travis
be moving
Hunter.
a quarterback?
Oh,
I don't care. I don't want him
You're not
to be
going
our
with Joe
quarterback.
Flacco, are you?
Joe Flacco's fine for now.
You may
I
have
wanted
to get
Travis
used to
Hunter.
it. Oh, my goodness.
I can't believe this. Why do the Browns always trade down?
You know what?
Always.
The thing about Travis Hunter
These guys don't even know what they're doing.
I was going to actually try and talk logically.
Listen,
here,
when's
but
the
I'm
last
talking
time?
about
I'm just
emotional
saying.
person. Yeah.
When's the last time that this Browns front office has had done anything like remotely good?
I mean, they got rid of your boy, didn't they?
That was not smart.
See?
Look,
Everything fell apart.
They went from a playoff team
Right, to
like a
3 wins.
3-win team.
Right, right.
So the Jags, wow, look at
They're
that.
moving up for a reason.
Up to 2.
So who are they
Yeah.
going to take? Travis? Are they
Travis
taking Travis
Hunter.
Hunter?
See,
What if they don't?
My group chat's going
it's a
crazy.
Good fit. They need
Predictable
help.
idiots.
They need a
defensive
lot.
help.
Trade
They need defensive
losers.
help.
Yeah.
They do. I mean, I could see that. That's a fit.
Hey, that's pretty impressive.
Right, and he can play wide receiver. And they
Absolutely.
need a wide receiver, too. So he
Absolutely.
can play both DB and wide receiver.
I love when we have trade action at the top.
Oh, my God. You
It's so
rarely
fun.
get that.
Hey,
Yeah,
Chris,
you don't have
can
a
you
lot of that.
imagine how crazy they're going at Riz's draft party right now?
By the way,
Oh, yeah.
happy birthday to Tony Rizzo
Yeah.
from ESPN Cleveland,
All right.
a man who George Sedano, who has said that George Sedano has more talent in his pinky fingernail than Riz has
the
in his
whole
whole
pinky,
body.
I
Oh, the whole pinky?
Oh, it wasn't just the top little part of your pinky?
Not the nub.
Oh, okay.
Lucas, who's on our fun and games department, the great Lucas,
Yeah.
he's got a picture that I may post later of him and a younger Riz.
So, you know what? If you're Jacksonville.
Alex Padilla just texted you. Jags traded up. Wow.
Yeah, that's true. He did. Hey,
Hey, thanks, Alex.
That's part of Cappy's San Diego staff.
Hey, that's like when we get those tweets from people that like tweet us like 10 minutes later. Hey, by the way, this news happened.
Yeah, but that also happened 2 minutes ago.
More Shefty.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Oh, more Shefty? What do you got?
What do we got?
The only other on-the-clock blockbusters that involve 2 teams in the top 5. Oh, he's telling you the last time that happened because, Chris, you said you like picks trades at the top. Bears traded number 3 that became Solomon Thomas.
Yeah.
Third-round picks in 2017-19 and a 4th-rounder to the Niners. Number 2 overall. Chicago selected. Oh, that was the Mitch Trubisky
Yeah,
draft.
Trubisky.
Woo!
I like
Trubisky
action at the top.
Drafted before.
I know that.
Before Patrick Mahomes. Hey, think about this. Liam Cohen, their new head coach.
Right.
Tony Baselli, who has moved into like the top, level front office
And
executive.
one of their top front office guy. They're both Rams guys, Liam Cohen and him.
And our man Tony Khan, who runs AEW.
Yeah.
This is his
Oh,
Jacksonville
we should get Tony
Jaguars
on the
team.
line.
Right.
Text Tony and be like, hey, Tony, what are you guys
Who
doing?
are you guys taking?
We will know in about 4 minutes.
Oh, I like this play.
God, I
do.
don't.
I love action.
Terrible.
in the
way
NFL
you-
draft.
Yeah, and listen, Lindsay, I get why you're
Losers.
upset. I do. I really do. But if I'm
it's a good
Yeah, they're
Jacksonville, this is great.
There's no way you don't take Travis.
No, you have to because
You have to.
you're not getting to say you're getting 2 players in one. I know there was a comparison made that he's like Ohtani-like.
Yeah.
Because Ohtani pitches
Wait a minute, whoa,
and
whoa.
hits.
Shohei Ohtani?
Shohei Ohtani.
Exactly right.
So the comparison was that he's like Ohtani because he can play 2 positions. If you're Jacksonville, why not try and cultivate that?
Perfect. He's a
Well-
star. You need to put butts in seats, and he's good. Absolutely, you make that pick. That's why you move up to 2.
We did also get their first-round pick next year, which they're going to stink.
Here, can you tell us what the trade
Yes.
actually was?
So they're trading the number 2 overall pick, a 4th-round pick to the Jaguars, and they're getting in return number 5 overall this year, a 2nd-round pick, which is number 36 this year, a 4th-round pick, which is number 126, and next year's first-round pick.
If I'm Cleveland,
that's quite a haul.
That is a big haul.
That's a great
and you
trade.
know what?
The haul
Look at Arch Manning next year because the Jags are going to stink.
No,
so there.
All in it.
That's a good trade.
Yeah.
Great trade. Great trade.
I'll tell you what, it's a good trade in that.
Now you like it?
Well, I do.
Well, I didn't realize they got a first-round pick next year.
But
one of my buddies in my group text said, "Why did the Browns do that? Typical loser franchise."
That's what I said, too.
Loser franchise.
Tell them I agree.
They are.
First.
But, you know,
take Hunter. Bleep that.
By the way, Shefty's outfit
I
is
think
nice.
they should have taken Hunter, but, you know.
He's got like a GKB look going on.
Yeah, he's got like the hoodie.
Yeah, the hoodie. That's a nice hoodie.
Yeah, it's very sharp.
That's
looking.
a Sam Pines look that Shefty's got tonight.
Yeah, he does.
Except the tie. He's got the tie.
Well,
Yeah, that doesn't really go with the
Shmueli
look.
doesn't do the tie.
We're not big on
But you know what?
ties
It's
at
probably
GKB.
cold, like Chris said.
It is freezing.
Yeah.
How cold could it freaking be there?
It's the
let's take a look.
tundra.
It's April 24th.
It doesn't matter. It's Wisconsin.
Let's get a temperature update, Sam.
Wait, can I get one more thing? Can I
Temperatures
say?
on the 20s?
Really?
No,
It-
on the 20s. Yeah.
I think that this is actually could be good because I don't think this front office is still going to be there next year.
Well, that's just it.
And so I want someone else making that pick.
Look at Travis
54.
Hunter's jacket. Bright
wow.
pink.
Cappy, that's an outfit for you
Wow,
right
I
there.
love that outfit. That's my new Mandy's outfit.
DeAndre, what do you think about that bright pink outfit?
What do you think about his fit, DeAndre?
It's
Yeah,
fire.
was-
I like it.
It is fire. It is
wait,
fire.
is it tough? Is it tough?
Real tough.
Real tough. There you go.
Yeah. That's some nice drip.
Hella tough.
Yeah. That's what that is. I wonder. This is actually
The
going to
pick
make
is
the
in.
draft. This is going to
The
make the draft so
Jaguars
much
pick
more
is
fun.
in.
I don't know about this, guys.
This is
I'm
going
a
to
little
make
mad.
this is going to make the draft so fun to find out what Cleveland's
It
going
is.
to do now.
It
at
is
five.
Travis Hunter.
Okay, let's wait for.
What are you, Shams over here?
Let's
It
wait
is
for
Travis.
Goodell to get out there.
Goodell, Schmidell.
Goodell.
You're gonna.
George is over tipping picks.
Is that what you're going to do now?
Yeah, stop tipping picks.
If they get Abdul Carter, I'm going to be.
Have you ever tipped picks?
I don't like
I haven't tipped picks. I have not picked. But
Tip picks?
I've not.
Don't tip picks.
I'm not.
What if the Browns draft Genty?
Ooh, they could.
Who's Genty?
I like him. Ashton
running back.
Ashton Genty from Boise State.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
good. I like him.
My daughter is like the
I think
biggest
I'm Marion
Ashton
Hampton's
Genty fan. Look at my daughter. She just sent me a picture. She's out for the
Ashton.
draft and she's wearing her Ashton Genty T-shirt.
Out of Boise.
wow, that's
Yep.
nice.
There
Will
she
she
is.
be a Browns
Let's go
fan
to
if they
commish-
draft? If they
commission
draft
out
him?
there.
No longer.
No?
Huge trade being made immediately, and the commissioner
job,
making
Greeny.
his way to announce the trade to this crowd and the second pick in this year's draft.
Who's that?
While we are here tonight to celebrate the 32 young men entering the NFL, I'm honored to take a moment to recognize a player who's made a profound impact on and off the field. The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide, recognizes one player each year who best represents greatness and compassion both on and off the field and in the community. Tonight, we are proudly joined by the 2024 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, Eric Armstead.
Okay. All right.
Congratulations.
Well, we kind of got trapped there on that one.
First
Wasn't a lot
off,
we could do.
Duval.
I want to say thank you to the commissioner, thank you to the Payton family and the NFL and Nationwide, and also too, tonight I want to encourage each player embarking on the NFL journey to identify a passion close to their heart and act upon it. Use your platform to make your community, the league, and this world a better place. As we remember Walter Payton, strive to leave a positive legacy of your own. Thank you.
Come on, man.
We have
Let's
a
go.
trade.
Another one.
No, this is it.
The Cleveland Browns have traded the
kidding.
second pick
Okay.
to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And with the second pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter, wide receiver, defensive back from Colorado.
Is he going to make him better?
Okay. Come on now. Yeah. Oh, you got to see my man dancing.
Yes.
Oh, he got on
I
that
bet
cool fit.
he had no idea. He had no idea that's where he'd end up.
He's so happy right
He had
now that he's
no-
not going to Cleveland.
He's going to Florida.
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Jacksonville's probably the only place that I'd least rather be
Tony
than
Khan
Cleveland. I don't know.
You ever see Tony Khan's yacht? That's what he's going to be on.
Yeah.
You know?
The New York Football Giants are now on the clock at 3.
Okay.
Now, this is going to get interesting.
This will be.
Now it starts to get dicey, Cappy.
Oh, yeah, because DeMarco, I'm not ruling out. I don't think that Shedeur is a 3rd overall pick.
Can we just go the whole hour?
But I do think
we can't just
that
make
all
up
the
stuff.
talk, all the rumors, all the negativity around Shedeur, it could all be a smokescreen.
I'm sure they're in there discussing that right now in the war room. I don't think they've dismissed him. They need a quarterback. He's the second best QB in the draft, and you have a shot at him.
Yeah.
You have to at least have a conversation. I doubt if they'll do it.
Okay.
And that might be the worst place to send him.
But here's
New York.
But on the other hand,
great for him.
Well, I think he can handle it.
You think?
And not only do I think he's prepared for it, the media and what would happen there.
Yeah.
But I also think having a Russell Wilson and a Jameis Winston, assuming Jameis would still be on the team, I think Russell Wilson could be a really good Band-Aid for a year.
Oh, man. See, I think that might be an issue.
Oh, I would love
He may
to. Oh,
be
wait. George
Another
is
one?
calling a timeout.
Yeah.
20.
George is calling a timeout.
Peter Schrager reporting Cleveland might not be done either. Thought around the league is if you're not taking Carter or Hunter, might as well keep compiling picks unless there's someone you absolutely love.
I like that.
Intel is that the phone lines are still open in Cleveland.
Good. Give all the picks to the new regime next year when this one stinks it up. Seriously, I do not trust these guys.
They're banging calls.
They're banging calls, Cappy.
Hey,
Cleveland.
Let's see. Give them a call.
How about this?
Yeah.
I'm curious. I wonder if the Giants, and I know we've still got a few minutes, might the Giants move out of this pick?
Maybe.
Or are the Giants just convinced that the kid Abdul Carter?
I would take Carter.
Yeah, isn't that kind of the consensus?
He's the one of
They got
kind.
3 minutes.
They
to
want
do
him
it.
to be
3
the
minutes
next
left
Lawrence
for the Giants.
And he could be.
Doesn't he have a lot of injury issues?
He had a foot injury. But
He doesn't want to have surgery on
no, but the
And
guy
then he had a
can
back injury too.
he can absolutely
A
go.
backiotomy. My doctor says I need a backiotomy.
Yes. Back to the Shedeur Sanders with Russell Wilson. That might be bad because day one he may be better than both of them, and he's not going to want to wait in New York. That could be an issue.
Okay, agreed. But and let me just say this: Russ may not be able to handle it either.
Right.
I mean, there's no doubt that Russ has a really corny, weirdo sort of personality and ego.
They all have egos.
And,
yes.
and he may not be able to handle bringing in a first-round quarterback. It's not exactly what Atlanta did last year because they didn't give Russ a long-term contract with a lot of money and then wind up drafting a kid in the first round when you're Kirk Cousins last year. You thought, hey, we're trying to win a Super Bowl.
Right.
And instead you drafted a quarterback in the first round who eventually replaced me. The Giants are in they got a long way to go.
Quarterback.
Right.
Yeah.
And in that division, Russell Wilson in that division,
he's fourth.
He's Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From the Raiders last year.
Minshew Mania. What happened to that?
It didn't really work out so well. Didn't work out so good, buddy.
Yeah. I remember you were all in on.
I was all in on
Were
him.
you really?
Oh, yeah.
On
He was
Minshew?
all in.
Oh, yeah. I was all
Why?
in.
Gardner
Well,
You wanted him to be great.
yeah, I want. Yeah. Just because I want the Raiders to be good.
I got
Raider cap now.
no doubt. That's crazy. Wow. That's funny.
If Shedeur Sanders does get taken here,
Yeah.
that'd be crazy.
It would be.
It'd be freaking
it would
crazy.
Be.
It'd be.
I already
freaking
know who
nuts.
they're taking.
Who?
Don't tell us.
I won't
Got
tip
it
it.
already?
Stop.
Don't tell us.
Who's
at
tipping
you.
Who is
picks?
tipping the picks on
Someone.
Twitter?
I bet you it's Adam
No, who's
Schefter.
tipping picks?
But I don't think they're doing that. The NFL doesn't allow that.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he can still do it to his friends.
No.
Oh, you get inside tip picked?
I think he's got inside sources.
You can't get tip picked.
No, he is. He is getting.
Are they trading the pick?
No,
They're not.
They're
trading-
selecting.
They're
someone.
selecting a
Tell
guy.
us who it is.
Who is it?
Break it. Who
We've
cares?
we've already mentioned them.
Abdul
then it's
Carter.
Abdul Carter.
Okay. Yeah. Smart pick.
Enough. You're on YouTube. Don't shake your head like that.
Oh,
Well,
don't
by
shake
the
your head.
time, there's a little bit of a delay on YouTube, so
Listen,
maybe,
the last time you told me not to tip the pick, it took 6 hours to get pick number 2.
This is part of the drama of draft night.
So what? We're telling them, and we can talk about Abdul Carter now.
It's draft night on 710 ESPN.
And then we can confirm it. All right, so tell me what you think of Abdul Carter, Penn State.
I think he's absolutely special.
I'm taking over.
They would be crazy to pass him up at 3. He's the best pass rusher in the draft. Look at the impact Verse had here. This could be worse. That might be your defensive player of the year if he stays healthy. He is that good. And in the draft, you take, if you don't have a quarterback, get one. If you have a quarterback, get one that catches the football or protects the quarterback or knocks the quarterback down. So that's the guy you want in your draft. That would be a smart pick in New York.
Giants pick is in, by the way.
I am a big believer. Best defense. One of the best defense in the country. Best player.
Okay, here we
Let's
go.
hear what the commissioner says now.
Yeah. I already told you.
Stop.
With the third pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Abdul Carter.
Wow.
Defensive end, Penn
Wonder where I
State.
heard that.
Yeah.
Enough.
I think I heard that somewhere.
All right, New England on the clock.
As expected, unanimous All-American.
Now, if you're New England, this is probably where things are going to get less sexy.
Well, remember when they used to play the draft profiles?
I would trade out if I were New England.
I would too. They need a lot. But, the thing about New England is, again, I say this is where the draft maybe becomes less sexy because
it's sexy until we get Shador picked, right?
No, but chances are here, New England, what they need more than anything, because they have a young, up-and-coming star quarterback, they need an offensive lineman.
Look what Abdul Carter tweeted.
Wow,
Picture of Lawrence Taylor.
Wow.
I hope he lives up to it.
That's the guy.
I hope he does.
Can I say one little piece of
Is this going to be a Cleveland Brown thing?
Yes.
Well, they're coming up at 5.
Why do we break? Just keep going.
We got
a break.
There's two completely different opinions of this, like right next to each other on the timeline. One is Joe Banner, former Browns GM, immediately one of the worst trades ever for Jags.
Okay.
Right below it is our guy Benjamin Solak.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I understand from the Browns' perspective the idea of loading up on 2026 picks and preparing to nail the quarterback selection that is inevitable next offseason, but I would never, ever, ever want to be the team that traded out of the Travis Hunter pick.
I don't agree.
So which opinion is true?
All right, well, let's talk about that a little bit. But let me tell you first about the crazy Hernandez brothers. You need flooring. It's very simple. You need flooring in your home, your rental, your ADU. You're good to go. They hooked Cappy up. I'm doing it early because I know we're going to screw this up later.
Well, we need Cap to do one, too.
Yeah, Cap will do his.
I know. I was confused.
I wanted to make a collaboration here.
Just go.
It's a collab.
Nobody was stopping you.
You guys looked at each other like, oh, what's going on?
I didn't stop you.
Sounded like me and my voice.
There's a collab happening.
Oh, what's going on?
Cappy. So I hooked you up with Steven Hernandez because you needed flooring. Rachel was giving you all sorts of crap. She was busting you know what, your kuyans.
She was busting them hard.
Okay?
Yeah.
She was hitting that schwanz.
You took care of business because no sale beats wholesale, homeboy, because of the crazy Hernandez brothers at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. And that's why you got to call them at 866-62 Floor, but I did even better because I got them to call you.
I said to Rachel, I said, listen, girl, I said, if you'll just trust me, I said, please, I know the crazy Hernandez brothers. They've got incredible quality stuff, and are going to beat anybody else's prices. And they may even give me like a little bit of extra love.
Yeah.
Just because of our partnership.
Sedano Glow.
And I spent time today with
Sedano Aura.
Right.
Yeah.
I spent time today with Steven Hernandez, and he's already quoted me the price of a much better product. And they're going to handle everything out. And I'm telling you, he beat the price by 30%.
And that's what you can do when you're a family-owned business. And at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, legitimately family-run. You got the crazy Hernandez brothers. Papi Hernandez started it in the 70s. The whole family works there. No bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from start to finish. It's very simple. That's why I say it and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale. Whether it's hardwood, laminate, tile, vinyl, carpet, you name it, they got it. Over 5 million square feet in stock in their inventory. They got 2 locations, one in Commerce, one in Santa Ana. The warehouses are the size of 5 freaking football fields, okay? And here's the deal. You can see it, touch it, and take it home with you the same day. That's huge, especially when you're trying to finish a project fast. Check this out. You refer a friend, both of you get 10% off your next flooring purchase. It's why first responders, designers, contractors, builders, all shop there. And listen, they know the crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you, just like they did Cappy. And if you find a better price, Hernandez will match it. No questions asked. Head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, Commerce, Santa Ana. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. Find them online, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. 866-62-FLOOR is the number. No games, no gimmicks, just the best prices in town year-round because no sale beats wholesale. HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net is the website, or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
It's 5:33 in the year after LA afternoon drive. The Rams are at 26, but we're still waiting on the 4th pick from the Pats. They're on the board. We'll find out next if Sedano will probably tell us in the break.
I'll tell you in the break.
I know. We're back in a few minutes right here. Broadcasting live from the Los Angeles Rams draft headquarters at Air Operations in Van Nuys. It's Sedano and Cap for NFL Draft Night, round number 1, right here on 710 ESPN.
Will Campbell, LSU.
Come on, man.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Damon.
And we want to buy your house.
Let Seller's Advantage show you how we can give you more.
No fees, no commissions, and no repairs. Just a fair cash offer that can close in just a few days.
Check out our Google reviews.
And call Seller's Advantage today or visit sellersadvantage.com.
If you want to be there, caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN on a Cosm Ticket Thursday. Thanks to our friends at Cosm Los Angeles. Get your tickets now. Go to Cosm.com or win them all day long from ESPN LA.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Afternoon drive. Sedano and Kap broadcasting live from the Rams draft headquarters in Van Nuys at Air Operations, Air Base of LAFD. I'm so happy to be out here. Go ahead, turn your mic on.
This is so cool.
It is.
It's been a great day. And you know one thing we haven't looked at? Take a look at all the private jets that are like landing right
of
at
course.
us, which is super cool.
So I used to live right here at Lake Balboa.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, at Sammy Batesh's house.
Oh,
that was
Sammy
when I was
Batesh.
coming out of runway before I moved into things, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Then a migration period.
Yeah.
Understood.
Anyway, what's playing? I can't hear it. What do we got?
Nelly Furtado.
Oh, Nelly Furtado. Is it her birthday? Oh, no. On this day in 2007, the number one hit, Timbaland.
It is a
Nelly
banger.
Furtado and Justin Timberlake. Give it to me. I like Timbaland because he's kind of like me back in the producer days.
Tim.
When you put your name on everything, even though you're just a producer, that's what I did.
Yeah.
That's how I got here, Cappy.
That's how Live Imaging Tuesday started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, what was the song, George, yesterday that you wanted to start using for me? What was that song?
Oh, the
Laffy Taffy?
Taffy.
Laffy
Instead
Taffy.
of the Cappy Lappy.
Right, Cappy Lappy.
The Cappy Lappy. The Cappy Lappy.
Cappy Lappy.
By the way, in the middle of the break, one of the fine people working here came over to us and said, dinner is served. And Cappy immediately got up and we're like, we're doing it in the middle of a show. Can you wait?
Well, the chicken parm, though.
Yeah,
There's
you
gonna
want
be
to get
plenty
there
of chicken
before.
parm.
Oh, no, there's going to be a lot of
Commish,
chicken parm.
let's go to the commish. I believe he's got the 4th pick from the Patriots.
Yeah.
Here we go, DeAndre.
It's old Will Campbell from LSU.
All right, well, the Patriots desperately need an offensive lineman. I mean, last
Right, you
year
gotta
their
protect
offensive line was horrendous.
Yeah.
So now the
bad.
Browns are on the pick,
Again.
are on the clock.
But they're
at
trying
number
to
5.
trade, right?
They tried to trade again, right?
Schrags and Diana Rossini are telling us that they're banging calls there in Cleveland.
Oh, really? They banging calls?
So they're trying to take 5 and move down again.
Correct.
And stock picks.
And Lindsay
Well-
was like, they might as well.
Well, but you know what? Here's the thing, Lindsay. Let me tell you something. If the Browns continue to move down, and now that Shador does not go 3, and he wasn't ever going to go 4.
You take Shador? You move down?
I mean, seeing how, depending on how
No,
far.
you gotta let him go. Like he's not like worth a 5th, number 5.
No. But
if they
they're
trade
trading
down
him
further.
down. If
Oh.
Cleveland continues to trade down, there's a possibility that perhaps they go and get a Shador Sanders.
That would be the story.
The Browns pick is in, so let's see what they're going to do here in a few minutes.
If Dart goes before Sedano Sanders.
It's on Twitter.
That would be the story.
It's on Twitter.
Defensive
what is it?
tackle.
Oh, he's
Mason
good.
Graham.
Oh, dude,
You know
he's
him, bro?
really
The Michigan
good.
kid?
Do you know him, bro?
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah, he was rated by all these services as like the number 4 overall player in the entire draft.
He's
that
legit
makes
good.
sense.
He wrecks stuff.
No neck and big butt.
It may not be
Yeah.
sexy, but I'll tell you what. You talk about Myles Garrett wanting a little bit more help along
There's
that
his help.
line.
This will help stop the run, and
There-
he's got some wiggle to him, too. Yeah, good player.
That's
So you don't have to worry about a quarterback. You got Joe Flacco.
That's right.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you got Kenny Pickett.
Flacco.
With the Browns pick
Kenny Pickett's with the Browns?
With the Browns pick in, that means the Las
Pickett
Vegas
is?
Raiders are on the
Browns.
clock at number 6.
Come on. Give me Ashton Genty.
Oh, the Raiders.
Is
There we
JT
go,
the
Raider
Yeah,
Cap.
right.
Is JT the brick in the war room?
We should call JT the Brick.
Right now.
Guys, I can't do you hit. I'm doing a Raiders show.
Yeah.
He works for the team, remember?
Yeah.
Ashton Genty
We
to
should
the Raiders
FaceTime him.
would be
Can you
amazing.
imagine?
They don't have the stones for that.
I'll try and FaceTime.
Greg
They won't
FaceTime
take
JT?
him. No, they won't take him.
Genty?
They won't take
No,
him.
You don't think so?
They
Berkman
won't take
texted
him.
me and said, "You guys don't need a running back, do you? Because he wants Genty."
You know what? Pete Carroll might take Genty. He might.
Well, think about it. He could be your next beast mode.
He might take Genty. That's a good spot.
You
Run
know?
the football, play
Yeah.
defense. Why not take a
you
running
don't
back?
and you don't have a star quarterback.
Right.
You have a starting
You're going to have to
quarterback.
run the quarterback. I thought you weren't taking running backs this high anymore.
Well, but Genty is
special.
He's
special. Different. He's a difference maker. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't pay all running backs, but I would pay special. I wouldn't draft all running backs, but I would draft special.
Man,
he clearly is special.
I'm hoping that Genty gets this pick right here.
That'd be a lot of pressure, though. Top 5 pick at running back?
Yeah.
Do you think in the war room, the Patriots war room, as they're showing scenes of it and them drafting Will Campbell, do you think Robert Kraft sits there and goes, I miss those old days when Belichick was in here. I miss the old days.
I don't know. He was pretty chummy last night with Mike Vrabel sitting at that Celtics game.
Well, what are you going to do?
That's your guy.
That's your guy now.
That's your guy now.
I mean, hey, listen.
Vrabel was a Patriot, too. It's not like,
I mean, you had your guy last year who was a former Patriot, and then you fired him.
True. Yeah. With a bad roster. With a bad roster.
Sedano didn't give us a lot.
And now you get a chance to rebuild with a new guy.
I would say the difference is this guy's at least a proven head coach.
That's like me saying to Sedano, remember when we had Sliwa here? And Sedano just going, yep.
Yeah.
Way to cut that off, George. That's great.
I'm rooting for their downfall, though. I'm rooting for New England's
Sliwa's downfall?
No, Sliwa, I'm rooting for him to be up. But I'm rooting for
Why are
the.
you rooting for the Patriots to.
No, I'm down on the Patriots.
Bergman is quote tweeting himself. All right,
he
Cleveland didn't take
himself?
him. Don't screw this up, Raiders.
Take Genty?
Yeah, he's talking about
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be great to have Genty
Go ahead, pot
in
it
a
up.
Raider uniform.
To be picked in the first round. I can see that you're emotional.
That's Will Campbell. We're
Yeah, we
waiting
don't-
on the
we
Browns
don't need to
official
hear
pick to
from
go. Oh, then listen. We're just trying to do a draft show, man.
No, I got it, man. Let's do a draft show.
Twitter is like a good 5 minutes ahead of the TV.
So, but I thought they were going to stop that. What happened?
Well, no, Schefter's not doing it.
I
and
enjoyed
neither
the
is NFL
pageantry of the
Network.
draft.
Yeah, it's all these other people. Like Jordan Schultz is one of the guys.
I
skipping
remember
the
back
picks.
in the day when Hacksaw Lee Hamilton was giving us our draft insight at Fox Sports Radio.
How about on the high-speed sports wire?
Yeah.
You know what? We should be doing this exact same thing that we're doing today. We should be doing it for the NHL draft, which is happening.
We did do it that
We
one
did
time.
that one day. That's how JT the Brick
Ended up
started.
starting the show.
We got him on
Because
to talk about the Golden
Vegas
Knights.
Golden Knights were on the
That's
clock.
how it all started.
Oh, my God, that's great.
We just decided to be idiots, and we're like going about pick by pick because the Ducks had a high pick that day.
How about the NHL draft is happening at crypto, isn't it? So
I
why
don't know. Is it?
Yeah, I think it is. Why don't we set up and do a live NHL draft show, and then George and I can act like we know who anybody is, and then we'll just start saying like stuff about each guy, like as if hey, he's got a really good slap shot.
Yeah.
Look at the draft war room for the
excellent
Browns. It
wrister.
looks so
Right,
depressing.
really good wrister.
Yeah,
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it is depressing because it's a.
I mean, he's the best one-timer,
One
We're the
time.
home
the best
of your LA
one-timer
Kings
in the
you know?
sport.
So we can be at the with the NHL draft. Why not?
I mean, if a goalkeeper will be like, this guy stands on his head.
Where is the NHL draft this
he
year?
just said crypto.
Oh,
Come
sorry.
on, man. Where were you?
Didn't hear it.
Come on,
It's like
George.
6 people talking.
Come on, George.
Let's go to
Come
the
on,
commish
bro.
for the pick 6 or pick
The
5.
second pick moved back here to 5, and here comes the commissioner to announce the selection.
With
Carolina
the
fielding
fifth
calls.
pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Mason Graham.
Oh,
Defensive
there you
tackle,
go.
Michigan.
Miles Garrett has some help.
You do have to admit that even if they didn't get any other picks besides a later one this year, the fact that they got their number 1 pick next year is still like just to
That
be
is
down
pretty
3
good.
spots.
But how
That's
about
pretty
this?
good.
How about this? Take next year's number 1 pick, trade it this year and move back into the first round to get something else that you need.
But they need a quarterback.
That's a good build.
So getting Arch Manning isn't a horrible thing.
That's a good piece.
Yeah, I think they should wait till next year.
Yeah, that's a good piece. It's a safe
The
pick.
Raiders, go ahead. You going to say something or no?
You got another one? Just text me. He said, "What's wrong with quote tweeting yourself with a laughing, crying emoji?"
The Raiders are on the clock at number 6. The Raiders pick is in.
Yeah, it is.
We'll now know in moments.
Oh, they're supposedly
You want me to hold off?
Yes. I know who it is, too.
Everybody knows. It's all over social media.
It to me. Let me
This
see.
is 5 minutes behind.
But we can do it and talk about
It's
it.
draft night.
We're beating the draft.
It's
better.
draft. This is like saying Santa Claus doesn't exist.
Cappy, you're going to be happy.
Yeah?
Happy Cappy.
Oh, yeah.
Ashton Genty.
All right. Let's go.
Really?
All right. Raider
excited?
Cap in the house.
Ooh.
There you go. So, listen.
We're blowing up draft night.
No, we're not. We're doing it right. He's a smaller back, but he, to your point, special. Got tons of wiggle.
Tons of wiggle.
I would. Well, he can slide.
I know what that meant.
No, you didn't know what it meant. You had no idea what it meant.
Cappy's got tons of wiggle with thick thighs.
He can wiggle his way through a small crack, and then.
Jeez, George.
So can DeMarco. So can DeMarco.
Doesn't need a lot of
meat over there.
Doesn't need a lot of daylight.
No.
But anyway,
yes,
he's got breakaway speed. Even though he doesn't have like superstar track speed, he's got great football speed to pull away.
Is he bell cow back?
Is
he a guy that can take 350 carries in a season?
He is.
I don't know about 350. That's a lot.
That size.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. A lot of people will look at him and they'll go, "Hey, look, he was the best running back in college football last year." By far.
Yep.
And there will be some
Playing
people
against two, though.
Well, that's just it.
Okay.
People will say, but he was playing in the Mountain West. So while it's impressive that you're running all over San Jose State or Fresno State or San Diego State or Colorado State, that's not the NFL.
Not at all. But I remember people saying the same thing about a guy named Marshall Faulk. You're tearing up the whack. How good are you really?
Right.
And he's in the Hall of Fame.
What do they list Genty as? I feel like he's like 5'10",
212, I think.
They list him at 5'8", really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't realize they listed him so short.
So Raiders fans are probably really happy with him, right?
They should be.
I think Raider fans are going to be
They listed him at
ecstatic.
5'9", but he's not really 5'9". 5'9", 215.
Here's the thing about this kid, DeMarco.
Here's the guy I was looking at. Use him out of the backfield.
Oh, Charlie
like that
Garner.
guy.
Oh, my God.
Speaking of Raiders.
The toughest tackle in the world, Charlie
Garner.
Yeah.
This kid's dad.
If you're a Raider fan, that's not a bad comp.
No, this kid's dad was in the military. He is a military brat. He's a crazy hard worker.
So respectful, disciplined.
His body, when you see his body, because he did his pro day not wearing a shirt so that everybody could see what he really looked like. I mean, Adonis, ripped, just a monster, dude.
I got you. Hey, look, I'm
got
not
a lot
so,
of wiggle. I don't know if you heard that, DeMarco.
I'm
Right,
not
and
so
he can get
out
into a
on
crack.
running backs, but if you get a special one like a Saquon Barkley and you can be that guy, if the best player on the field is your running back, you probably win.
So in 3 seasons, 80 career receptions.
Yeah.
For about, let's call it 800 yards or so. So about an average of about 11 or 12 yards a catch out of the backfield. And then obviously the big season last year, 2,600 on the ground. So, I mean, I say Charlie Garner because he was a smaller back.
Oh, yeah.
He was like 5'9", 5'10".
Played him twice.
About 190, 195. And he was incredible out of the backfield catching the ball.
Would have scored more if it wasn't for Zach Crockett. Remember that year?
Right, he was the red zone back. But Charlie had a couple of multiple 1,000-yard seasons for
when
the
he was in
Raiders.
Philadelphia, he was dangerous. When he got to Oakland, he was just as dangerous.
Yeah.
If that's his comp, so be it.
Yeah.
5:47. We are live from Rams Draft headquarters. The Raiders pick is in. We've already talked about it, but we'll officially do it when we come back. Cappy, why don't you tell us about our friends at Seller's Advantage real quick?
I would love to. Hey, listen, Seller's Advantage. You guys thinking about selling your house? Now happens to be a great time to do it. It really is. And you may be thinking to yourself, why is that? I mean, interest rates are still high. The costs of homes are still high. The demand is still low. Well, I'll tell you right now, you could sell your house here in L.A. And by the way, can I just go to the pick? Let me go to the pick.
Go
to the pick,
ahead,
DeAndre.
With the 6th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Genty, running back. Boise State.
Completely ruining draft night. Go ahead.
Anyway, back to Seller's Advantage. So with Seller's Advantage, you can. Let me just tell you how easy this can be. Skip the agents, forget about paying the commissions, and no costly repairs. By the time you would do all the repairs, spend all the money, pay the agent their fees, you could have sold your home for a very competitive price. Without the worry of the deal falling through, you have nothing to worry about because they pay cash. So if you've ever sold your home and the realtor comes in and they say, hey, put $10,000 worth of paint, do $5,000 for curb appeal, do some stuff up front in the house, make sure you do all of these other things. You're spending $25,000-$30,000 just to go sell your house. Forget about that. Call Seller's Advantage. 888-390-AS-IS. They'll buy your house as is. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747. Their website is sellersadvantage.com. Call them now for your free, no-obligation cash offer.
11 minutes in front of 6 o'clock. The New York Jets pick is in. We'll talk about it next. Panthers are on the clock. It's draft night right here on 710 ESPN. Back in just a few moments.
And
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
With over 30 years in the business and more than 20,000 real estate transactions, Seller's Advantage offers a much better buying experience.
We don't charge agent fees, you pay no commissions, and you make no repairs. Seller's Advantage will show you a no-obligation, as-is cash offer and can close in just a few days.
Just check out our Google reviews and see for yourself.
Call Seller's Advantage today or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
I showed up at the hospital and was told I couldn't see my children. Then I showed up in court and was told they may not be mine. Then I was accused of anything and everything. Sexual assault, domestic violence, substance abuse. You name it, I heard it. I was forced to go long periods of time without seeing my children. That experience of being wrongfully treated ignited something in me. I can look at a father and honestly tell him, I know how he is feeling. I've been there. At Real Fathers Rights, we care about your family, your livelihood, and your future.
800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. Right now and get 50% off installation with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
On your Thursday afternoon, it is time for our final segment, live from Rams Draft headquarters here in Van Nuys, Air Operations. Time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal with Cappy, brought to you by Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy, Cappy. Call 888-390-AS-IS. Oh, you didn't think I was going to hit it.
It was close.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, I got it. For a no-obligation offer, or visit sellersadvantage.com, DRE, number 0196-1658. The New York Jets pick is in.
Who are they picking, George?
Who are they picking?
Membo, the tackle from Missouri.
Which means the Panthers are on the clock at number 8. We got a few minutes here. It's been such a great afternoon from Rams Draft headquarters. Thanks for Kevin Demoff for dropping by on the air. We will be out here tomorrow, Cappy, starting at 3 p.m. for rounds 2 and 3, where most likely the Rams will have a lot of action going on. The Rams pick is coming up tonight at number 26. Some rumblings from Peter Schrager and others that they might trade with the New York Football Giants at 26 to essentially move down for more picks. we will join at the top of the hour ESPN Radio's national coverage of Draft Night Round 1 from Green Bay in just a few moments here. But what is your dealer's choice real deal from Seller's Advantage, Cappy?
Well, it's going to be this. I'm going to stay with the draft. I knew coming into today, and DeMarco, I think we talked about it a little bit earlier, this was going to be, the story was going to be Shedeur Sanders. Because if he got drafted number 3 at the Giants, that was going to be a surprise. And if he didn't get drafted 3 at the Giants, then what happens thereafter? So if the Jets pick is in and they take this offensive lineman from Missouri, then the Carolina Panthers are on the clock. They're not looking for a quarterback right now. They're not going to go draft Shedeur Sanders. Then you get to number 9. And number 9 becomes really interesting because the story is that the Saints actually really like Jackson Dart from Ole Miss. And if Jackson Dart gets drafted ahead of Shedeur Sanders,
that's the story.
Then then Shedeur becomes that much more of the story.
Yep.
You know? So if Shedeur Sanders does not get drafted by Carolina, he won't. By New Orleans, I doubt it. Chicago, absolutely not.
Nope.
San Francisco, no chance.
Nope.
And the list goes on and on.
Dallas, Dolphins, Colts, Falcons, Cardinals. So he could drop.
Right.
Drop.
Yeah, all those teams have quarterbacks.
Okay, so 21. Then you get to 21 to the Steelers. And while a lot of people think the Steelers have great interest in Shedeur, I'm telling you, everything I've read coming out of Pittsburgh is that's not the right guy for that team.
Yinzer?
Yinzer not going to love Shedeur in that, you know?
What if he was there at 26? You think the Rams would draft him?
You know, I mean, you'd have to talk about it. That's your quarterback of the future.
Would you?
Probably not. We talked about this. I think LA might be the worst spot for him.
I would not draft. If Shedeur Sanders were available to the Rams at 26, and if the Rams stayed at 26, I'd be shocked. Absolutely shocked if they took him for this reason.
Shocked and awed?
Both. You're exactly right. Because the Rams want to win now.
I really just did that for him.
They're not preparing for the future. I don't think. I mean,
yeah.
they could.
But
maybe,
you have to protect the franchise future, though.
Okay, but let's just say that you go into the second round. There's this kid from Louisville that a lot of people like.
Now you're talking.
You know who? I heard Phil Simms earlier. The Rams really like the kid from Syracuse, the quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a listen to the Jets.
2025 NFL Draft. The New York Jets select Armand Membu. Missouri.
Armand Membu.
Tackle.
Everybody Membu.
Hey, listen, if you can draft offensive linemen, that's, to me, that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, safe pick. Yeah.
Is get your offensive line right and do it with first-round draft choices.
And if he stinks at tackle, I can bump him down the guard and get something out of him. That's
Panthers are now on the clock at number 8. Saints will come in at number 9. Bears at 10. Niners at 11.
Draft is moving a little bit.
Yeah, Cowboys at 12. Dolphins at 13. Colts at 14. Falcons at 15. Cardinals, Bengals, Seahawks, Bucks, Broncos. Then the Steelers at 21. Cappy's L.A. Chargers at 22. Then Packers, Vikings, Texans, and the Rams at 26.
So DeMarco and I have made a commitment that we're actually not leaving here today.
Well, you're going to eat.
Well, you know, first of all, hanging out here at the LAFD Air Ops at the Van Nuys Airport is a fun, cool place to be,
yeah.
Okay? I don't really have any place I have to be right now because I'm staying right down the road tonight. And with the food coming out from Osby, with that, she got me a chicken parm.
Oh, yeah.
Tara.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do some damage.
Okay. Well, with that, we'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll see you at 3 o'clock for draft day number 2, rounds 2 and 3. Thank you to everyone at the Los Angeles Rams for having us here. Draft night continues courtesy of ESPN Radio and the ESPN Radio Network right here on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN.